Settle in, boys. Have a drink bottle, walk right back with your weapon now. Stop building it up. Quickly, boys. The biggest thing that people see out there, don't worry about the crowd, but the biggest thing they're going to see is the guy that doesn't commit to the footy. They're not going to see you do an individual active run or two, bounce and kick goal. They're going to see the guys that when it's your turn to go, they don't go. So make sure internally we know we've got the faith in every single person. When it's your turn to go, you've got to go. That's it, 100% faith. Doesn't matter if you don't see that as your role, it's your role today. Your turn to go back, you go back. 2 hands in, bang. Yep. Out of the group.
Remember, boys, we're doing what we love.
Fucking out, boys. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
We waiting for them to score.
They say it's just another game. It is just another game. It goes to the same time, 2 hours. If it's 2 hours, that will be with you for the rest of your life. It's just in this next 2 hours, you'll form mates like you've never formed mates before. It's in this next 2 hours that you ignite a club, people in here like you've never done before.
Great history, boys.
I speak about the 3 things all year. What is Eagles footy? What is it? It's belief. It's that attitude. It's that Mongols footy. You've done it all year. I challenge you, let's do it for one more. Come on, boys! Take it. Your final challenge. Your final challenge for all of you is on our 22 Eagles. This jumper that you're wearing now defines if you're an Eagle. 22 of us for 2 hours are playing like Eagles. Come on!
Ain't leave it in here, boys. First contact.
Brendan Shield, and the emergency is Peter Morrison. The boundaries are Amy Edwards, Alani Hughes, Chris Sherman and Saxon Benjamin, and the goal umpires are Fabian Baldwin and Jason Merrifield. from Woorinen and Mallee Eagles to come forward to toss the coin. Good luck to both sides.
Kicks up towards half forward, goes out wide towards the leisure centre. Good strong mark there for the Mallee Eagles. And taking it is Wes Bennett. So too far out to score, about 65 from home.
A lot of strapping on the knee.
It certainly is. He's coming back from injury, of course, a horrific injury in the grand final last year for Wes Bennett. Ball inside 54, the Eagles scrappy passage of play. Umpire's eventually going to call for it, and we'll have the ball up 50 metres out from goal.
A lot of colour around the ground, Glenn Stewart.
Certainly is. That looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Ruckman, go at it, ball close to the outer side, boundary line. The medalist got a hand on it, got the ball inboard to Bennett. The umpire whistle says no. Free kick, Woorinen, and across half back, Miliato's got the footy.
So it will be Jose Miliato. A long way from his customary forward position. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a boundary thrown far side of the ground, and it will be spending a fair bit of time out there today, Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's Concrete.
It certainly will. We've been pushing across there at the moment, Shane.
Is it going to the scoreboard or straight across?
Look, it's going down towards the scoreboard. It does fluctuate a little bit low.
Free kick in the ruck work here, going the way of Big McDonald on the outer side. A little bit of a push out, the umpire in charge says, and McDonald will take his kick.
So McDonald now up towards half forward. As Hickman, ball off his hands, comes out the back. Wes Bennett, he missed it as well. Umpire's found a free kick, has he? He has. It's going to be going the way of the Tigers, and they will take it at half back.
They'll push a shove in the middle there as Bo Alexander just wanted to go, whack! Lay it down behind, I'll keep an eye on the field. What's the play? Nothing in it, he's down to the ground. Thanks, Brian. The ball comes back in his general direction. I say general because it's close to the outside boundary line. It stays in, bounded up by not called to officiate. Big leap over the back. In fact, there looked to be a big marking opportunity.
Down the back.
Swamhill higher mark of the day contender. The ball goes over the line. Well, what's the footy? What's the fight? Stewie the ball over the line and out of bounds. Eagles into attack. No score.
Absolutely nothing in it. Kilworth ran straight into the big hard body of the man there in Gary Catt and fell down like a book. And he just peeled off and he's still down in that back pocket. Then they started river-stating a little bit with Catt, but Catt took everything he needed to.
Ball half forward for the Tigers. It's going to be a free kick to Lockie Gardner. Sends them inside 50 now. Boyd's the target on the lead. Down low. Couldn't take the mark for him. First back there. Was he held without the ball? It was, said the umpire. And it'll be a free kick to Brady Fordham. 3 minutes gone first term. No score either side.
Fordham on Corey Kelly. Could be important. Or Corey Kelly's given one away. I think the umpire is just going to get a bit of control. I don't disagree with that at this stage. No need for that. Corey Kelly's just trying to assert some influence to the free kick going the way of the Eagles. Again, that man McDonald. He's got plenty of it early.
Has had 3 or 4 touches and they've been crucial touches as well.
Kick to the pack, and that is a very, very good mark there. Swan higher mark of the day contender going the way of Dougie Beams for the Tigers. Far wing.
Kilworth coming off.
The Tigers kick down, left foot toward half forward. Oh, easy spot up and mark taken by Miliardo. 1 minute he's in the back pocket, next he's half foot. All the lead was on by O'Neill. Decided, no, he's gone the up and under. Boyd the target, the big fist over the back. Comes away of the forward of the pack. Now O'Neill, one way, then the other. Later, down, shown as a contender.
Well, he stood out of the park absolutely magnificently and once he got around, he had to fend off McCure, and once he was able to get into the clear, he just, with that big right boot, he was able to put it through, let it sail in the wind, and easy goal for Nick O'Neill.
Loved it, he loved it, the crowd loved it, and the Tigers supporters are up.
They certainly are. First blood to Woorinen. The reigning premiers are on the board. 1 straight 6. The Mallee Eagles yet to score. Back in the middle. Gardner and McDonald. McDonald reading it best, just thumping it forward. Coming out off the line is Wes Bennett. Takes it all the way back to the centre square. Gives a little handball off. Harry Allen just missed it. Now Gardner has it. Little handball away was good. Now comes to Barry. Just slams it on the boot. Gets it up to half forward. Miliardo. Good trap down low. Just can't quite find a teammate, however. And there was Nolder. He slaps it back into traffic. Umpires circling. We're going to get a bounce. 55 metres from home. Tigers into attack.
See the benefit of big Lockie Gardner in the middle there. He's turned around. They couldn't lay a hand on him. He got the ball out and they went forward, the Tigers. Right work. Goes away of the Mallee Eagles, but sitting back, taking an easy mark. Of the Tigers, they come across the ground. Leaders on. Mark taken. Out about 55. He's going to have to kick from 55 here. The Tigers want to lead quickly if they can do so. Can they get it? They can't at the moment. Let's wait and see what happens with the kick. Going back to sorry?
I'm directly behind this one.
Thank you, Dougie Beams. Have a bit of a go at it.
Okay, here comes young Miller. Comes in now. Robbie goes long and fades away. Is it coming back? No, it's not. It's gone through from under behind.
So Tigers, second score on the board. They go to 1-1-7. Mallee Eagles yet to score. 6 minutes gone. First turn thanks to Blue Sky outdoor experts. Harry Allen to do the kicking in.
As per last week, going to do the kicking in.
Don't like it when he does that. I just think they take him off the ball. I know he's a good ball user, but when he goes down there, they have no one to kick it. They need the good ball users up around the back so that they can get hold of it.
Allen kicks with the right boot. Oh, look at the carry. Considering he's kicking into the breeze, that's magnificent. Gets toward the centre of the ground, the ball out the back. Nobody able to get clear possession. The umpire steps in and calls for the ball up. Look at the Eagles. They go back. They start to spread to hopefully get the ball forward. Gardner palms the ball to the back. Clever running through. Here comes the mercurial pace of the Tigers. They deliver the ball out. They ran it forward. Oh, slowly. Knocked out by Woorinen. I think you're right. He got knocked out by his own teammate. Quick
takes a fist of the ball, and then does the zone loading, goes out wide. Braden Bennett, little chip over the top for Darcy McGregor was good. So they've worked it now. Centre wing, little chip from him was a little bit out looking for Omar, but getting in there was Dom Gallo.
Holds the ball up now. The Eagles have a chance. They get a bit of leg speed on the outer side. Kick towards centre half forward. Hilliard from the back. Not able to get the ball. It comes forward again. The Tigers regroup. Lovely handle that by Jai Barry. Gives the team, well, he put him under pressure in the end, but the Tigers can come wide. Come very, very wide, and they can get the ball running and running good at the off the centre wing by Moore.
So Moore now kicks down towards Stone, went through his hands. Should have done a little bit better there, Glenn Stewart.
Yeah, so a bit happening behind play. Well, the Woorinen player passes down.
Yellow card.
It's Woorinen coming off, and now they'll need someone to go back quick. I think the mark though, just in the mark with big Boyd, that was he controlled it and was able to he got knocked out. Should have been a mark, it should have been paid. 2 players off.
2 players off.
Yep.
Bo Alexander and Morganton.
I think the umpire was on the back end of the blind, couldn't see through. You don't guess, I suppose.
In the meantime, ball's been kicked out on the mountains on the full, and it's going to be Corey Kelly to bring it into play. Miliardo had the feet taken out from underneath him. Left hands over for a boundary throwing about 25 metres around from goal for the Tigers.
Big scoreboard on the outer side. The Blue Sky at your expert scoreboard in morning 117 lead the Mallee Eagles yet to score, and we are 7.5 into the all-important 2019 grand final. Boundary umpire throws the ball in, whistle, quick whistle, goes a free kick and goes away the Eagles to McClure.
So McClure now comes wide to Hickman. He marks in front of Gardner. He's going to be hugely important today, Brian.
Certainly will be. He likes to get up around the ground and get a lot of touches on that wing to half-back line.
Called to play on, long kick now, Omar from behind, Spoil down, Darcy McGregor first to it, had it, lost it, now comes out, little handball from Notting, was good for Skinner, eventually Woorinen worked out the back to Beans, run down from Hillier, but got the handball away to O'Neill.
O'Neill, long, raking kick out of the centre of the ground, looking for but not finding Boyd. McDonald back, and Walker, opportunity over there to McClure. Oh, he's under pressure, McClure. Got the little hand in, gave some little bit of leeway, but on the spot, free kick going the way of the Tigers, and it could not be in better hands, I would suggest here, as Miliardo's got the footy.
Well, that was absolutely brilliant. That was 2 or 3 efforts by Miliardo then.
Yep.
He got caught by Dom McCure, who knocked it away. He went back after the ball, got the tackle in. Then he got the second tackle in and was able to pull him off the ball and free kick.
He was busy early on the back half. He's come all the way down the ground, and now the shot on goal by Miliardo. 1-1-7-0. His kick, it's an up and under. He laid back on it. Minor score went on the board. The Tigers 1-2-8, and the Mallee Eagles lead to score.
So, margin is 8 points at the moment. While we're waiting for that, we might get a quick netball update thanks to Jack Clark and MVP Feeds Kahuna.
Thanks, guys. About 15 seconds.
Righto.
Yeah, we had no crowd earlier.
Yeah, no,
that's a lot better.
That's fine. Lenny, when you give the netball, just give a quick time as to how long it'll take to we can fit it in.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Cheers, mate.
On here.
Thanks, Jack. And meanwhile, back here at the showgrounds, it is Woorinen by 8 points. Ball's been worked up to centre wing, far side of the ground, all between centre wing and half forward for the Mallee Eagles. We'll have a boundary throwing.
A lot of lead here for the players up the ground. Kick the ball long is the emphasis for the Tigers. Use the breeze. Bennett, Bo, in underneath. Can he use his speed, electric speed that he's got? Close to the boundary line on the outside. It just stays in for him. Now handball over. No, it's gone over the line. The umpires, in fact, come in. Free kick, it's a hold on the outer side centre wing. And the free kick going away of the Eagles. No, get it back, kick across your mark. It's a pity because the Eagles took an easy mark. They would have had it at true outer side half forward mate, but they get the chance to rebuild.
He came off with a corky, I think, first in his time.
He was just limping towards the boundary. He doesn't look in too much strife, Stewie, but he did want to come off and get it looked at.
Caleb Noel was with the kick as the ball comes off hands and over forward. Another boundary throwing between wing and half forward for the Mallee Eagles. And at the moment, it is Woorinen by 8 points.
Zach Omar's been launching himself into those packs. Comes out the back from the ruck work. The Tigers build. Nice kick from half back to half forward off, but the Eagles in the van. Gutsy mark taken. Needed to be taken on the outer side. He got a lot of the footy, this fellow Glenn Stewart.
Certainly has, playing well.
McDonald. Yeah, absolutely. Cross half back. Kicks straight down the line. Looking for a mark as the opportunity taken. It was the mark on the outside. Now they build the Eagles through the centre of the van. Get it in more quickly and find Daniel Bibby.
So Bibby now coming through the middle of the ground finds Harry Allen. So Allen now standing in the centre circle at the moment, looking for options. Woorinen flooded numbers back. Allen goes long, wide. Hillier has 2 to beat, just gets at the ground, calls for Fordham. He picks it up. Now got players loose in the middle, just can't quite find Wes Bennett. Now off hands Woorinen, look to clear, but it's not going to go very fast. Marked by Daniel Bibby just inside, attacking 50 for the Eagles. He looks to pass off. Player loose is Wes Bennett. He takes the mark 20 metres out. Slight angle for the Eagles.
Great build up.
Nick O'Neill just didn't look. He was worried about the mark which Mail was standing. He was watching the player go back, and Wes Bennett just peeled up his back and said, "Kick it to me. I'm 20 by myself," and that's where he was.
Well, probably fortunate too. I don't think Daniel Bibby had the left.
No way, no.
And Wes Bennett now, he's going to have the first shot on goal for the Eagles.
Oh, look out.
And I tell you what, that wind is a little bit stronger than what we thought it was, because that was heading out on the full, and then he's almost put that through for a goal. But in the end,
Might have been the swing of the boot.
he's missed. So it's 1 behind for the Eagles, their first score of the afternoon. They trail Woorinen 1-2-8, been playing 13.5 minutes first term, thanks to Blue Sky Outdoor Experts.
Anybody old enough to remember Bob Massey and the swing he got in England? That was one of his, I can tell you. It really smoothed around. The ball on the kicking goes the way of the Tigers. Got it on the outside. They go half back to half for a shocker. Just losing their possessions a little bit here, losing their way with the Tigers, out of bounds on the ball.
Stewie, just see Dominic, the man down there, back up at Kilworth.
Yeah, I think Kilworth's up in there. I'll just go and check. Dem seems to be getting some more work on his thigh at the moment.
And Bo Alexander's still down there off the ground. They'll have, 15 minutes? How many? They must be getting close.
Well, no, another 5-6 minutes left, I reckon.
On the outer side, the Eagles can build. They come in board, look for and find Daniel Bibby.
So Bibby now looks into the middle of the ground, looking to bring the space. Oh, does well, gets around the man on the mark.
Lovely.
And instead goes opposite direction out towards Darcy McGregor, who drops the mark, runs out of room, has almost made a meal of this Darcy, and eventually umpire circling says, "Give it to me." We'll have the ball up over half forward for the Mallee Eagles.
Tigers still haven't taken a lot of this breeze though. They've kicked 1 goal, 2 with it, and I think there's about at least 3 or 4 in it, so they've got to make more of it.
Seem to be playing wide on that outer side. I know the breeze is going that way. The kick from the ruckwork comes away at the time. Oh, there's a free kick goes shepherd out. And Kane Hillier here will take the free kick. A couple of Tigers not happy, but Hillier will be absolutely delighted. This is bread and butter for Kane Hillier.
Tough from here though, Brian.
Well, it's tough, but it was good play, I thought, by Beams, who just stood in front of Hillier and put his hands up to allow Nichols to take the mark. Hillier had to make more effort to get around. Umpire should have seen that he had to run around him at least.
Hillier, shot on goal. There's the breeze. The Chambers saw his ass carried right across the opposite side. Up and over the line and out of bounds on the near side. Boundary for the Eagles into attack.
Kilworth looks okay, but Don McHugh getting heavily strapped.
Glenn Stewart down there thanks to Mawson's concrete. Ball tossed back into play. Off hands Moore, gives it to Kelly. Works his way through traffic, does well. Kelly now goes long looking for O'Neill.
going, thought he was going to mark it, dropped it and then called play on.
Ooh, dangerous. The ball from the ruckwork has been pulled back in underneath. Corey Kelly just absolutely belted forward then to try and get some sort of a numbers advantage, but getting back beside him is Fordham.
So ball now, 55 from home for the Tigers, but it's going to be the Eagles through Braden Bennett with the clearance. Long kick forward. Naomi Moore, clever little tap over the top was good. Found Skinner now, Woorinen through Taylor Cameron. Little chip in the middle, just missed Dom Gallo, but had time to go back and get a handball for Beams. Wasn't good though. Going in hard and low was Bibby. Umpire's found a free kick, has he? No, ball up in the middle of the ground.
Just an observation, perhaps. Woorinen had played 3 games in 6 weeks. Just their touches a little bit out, maybe. I don't know. There's a tackle from behind, player gone. Free kick going the way of the Mallee Eagles. Bennett, Bo has the footy.
So Bo Bennett now. He's got Dan Lavey out here on the grandstand wing if he wants it. Decides to ignore that. Goes the opposite direction instead. Out towards Hickman. Couldn't take the mark. O'Mara there. Gave it back to Hickman. Kick was smothered. And then worked over the boundary line and over for a boundary thrown by Woorinen and Jamie Nicholas. At the moment it is Woorinen 139 leading the Mallee Eagles 2 straight behinds. First term thanks to Blue Sky out there experts.
John Barry coming onto the ground there, Glenn Stewart. Just a routine interchange?
Yeah, it was. Kelly off.
Righty, Mallee Eagles doing well in defence in this quarter, really well. 1 goal, 3-9 Woorinen, the Mallee Eagles 2 behinds. Kicking with what, Glenn? How many goals this breeze?
I reckon it's about a 3.5 goal, 4.
We're into time on, Shane, 20-minute mark.
Certainly are. Harry Allen trying to burst his way through. Umpire says give it to me. Of course, the reigning Jack Betts medalist from Sunday night, Harry Allen, had an absolutely super season. His team will be needing him to get plenty of the ball this afternoon.
Ruckwork goes the way of the Mallee Eagles, goes inboard for them, a chance to build. They need the quick hands out the back, they get that, exactly. A kick deep into the half forward line, strong mark. Considered mark taken across half back as the Tigers, yes, they get it out to Taylor Cameron on the back flank.
So Cameron now, little chip forward. Good strong mark there for Woorinen. Certainly is. Just want a higher mark of the day, contender. He's kicking towards Miliardo, off hands, Wes Bennett takes it, long kick forward. Umpire said, might be a downfield free kick, I think. Or is it going to come back? I think it might be coming back, in fact.
It's coming back to the Tigers.
So it's going to go to Woorinen and to Todd Heenan.
Jai Barry, I think he's going to want it. He's going to want it. Just came on through interchange. Jai Barry always looks for a teammate down the ground, does exactly that. Law Boyd with the ball, kick in his direction. McDonald lurking at the back of the pack, not going to come his way quickly. A lovely get, lovely hands over the back of the pack, comes away from Miliardo. He shot on goal. Again, the Tigers miss an opportunity. Oh, was that shoveled out? I said so.
It certainly was.
You don't count, I don't count. The umpire counts. Shane, a little lucky for mine.
A little bit, yeah. Bo Alexander and Lockie Warburton back on too, so 15 minutes has elapsed for those two. There's the ball tossed back into play, deep into the forward line for the Tigers. Boyd, tap over his head, looking for Gallo. Getting there first was Bo Alexander though. He's wrapped up, we'll have the ball up about 30 metres out from goal for Woorinen.
Tell you what, the Mallee Eagles can get away with this scoreline at quarter time, they will be absolutely delighted. McDonald says, no, I'm not doing the ruck work, I'm going on the last line. Leave it over to you guys to cross half back to get it out. Coming in underneath the pack was Bo Alexander. Free kick, high, going not his way, but a teammate's way, and the Mallee Eagles look to soak up a bit more time. They've got players wide, they decide to use one of those, and Brent Sheehan has got the footy in the half back flank area.
Round the grounds, thanks to Macca Swan Hill, Brian.
Yeah, just in the Bendigo game, it's during the second quarter. Strap kicked with the breeze in the first quarter, 75-47. They lead Eagle Hawk 4-8-32.
So ball now, handball off from Beans. He's been absolutely mugged by Harry Allen. And Allen gets the free kick right in front of the Woorinen interchange bench.
The medalist shows why and how. He gets the kick across short to a teammate. Follow me, boys. That's the message from Harry Allen. The Mallee Eagles using the ball sensibly here, lowering the eyes on every occasion they can.
Good mark, Hickman.
To Rex Hickman. It's right in front of Glenn Stewart there, and he's going to be a key again, isn't he?
Oh, he's good. He's a good pack mark, this bloke.
So Hickman now, centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. Long kick. Hillier works his way under the ball. No one able to take the mark. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to Woorinen. High contact. And just For Nicholas it was.
He's been probably Woorinen's best player in the first quarter. He's really had to stand up when they lost Woorinen. He's been the guy that really has to be the best back down there, and he's been doing that.
The kick by Nicholas toward the centre wing area. Players from both sides descending underneath. Miliato pushes the ball out the back. A little kick in the pack. The Dollar gets the ball out wide. Can he find a teammate out wide? Corey Kelly wants to sock it in under. Umpire, quick on the whistle. Free kick going the way of David Johnson. He says for a hold. And again the Mallee Eagles breathe a sigh of relief.
I don't know about you guys, but I reckon it's just being over-umpired a little bit at the moment. Every little titty touch with free kicks being picked out.
Just trying to stamp their authority a little, I think, at the moment. Maybe just want to just back it off from here on in.
Yeah, I think so. Beams, though, takes the mark long, kick up towards the 50. Miliato underneath, couldn't mark. Don McCaw there. Oh, good pick up by him. Little handball away, didn't really look though. Found Bibby. His handball, wants the line. Finds it. Umpire says throw it in. Right in front of the Woorinen interchange bench.
26-minute mark coming up, Shane. There cannot be long to go here. This has been a big quarter by the Mallee Eagles. Having said that, there's a whistle on play. Free kick going for a whack and you-know-wheres, and it's going the way of the Mallee Eagles. And I think Robbie Miller just incurring the wrath of the umpire on that occasion.
Yeah, Bo Alexander with the free kick goes long, looking for Hickman. 2 on play from behind by Beams. Couldn't bring the mark down though. Now going to ground for the Eagles is Wes Bennett. He's been held
He's been in everything, Wes. He's a contender for the Conveners Mechanical and 4x4, I'll tell you at this stage.
I tell you what, I think it is an absolute scrap at the moment. Oh, free kick, high contact at the back. Free kick going the way of the Tigers on this occasion. And they gave it away earlier on. Gets one back as the Tigers through the centre wing.
Score 16 seconds.
Will kick it down toward half forward. Big leap over the front. Miliato has taken a contender. Jose Miliato plays on with the left. Knows the time is a problem here. Kicks it deep. Boyd, the taken Boyd stands. Pushed off his hands. The Tigers in trouble in the full forward zone. Cannot get a hand on the footy cleanly. And again the Mallee Eagles descend. Hold the ball up. And there's the ball up. 15 metres out from the goal.
So Boyd and McGregor doing the ruck work. McGregor with the tap, wanting the boundary line for them. He went off the ground, couldn't make connection. We're going to get another ball up deep into attack for the Tigers. In fact, it doesn't get any deeper than this. 2 metres out from goal, right in front. McGregor taps, finds the boundary. We'll have a throw in. And at the moment, late stages first term, it is the Tigers by 7 points.
Yeah, the Mallee Eagles wanted either a behind or over the boundary line. They got the second of those. The boundary umpire throws the ball in high, gives both ruckmen an opportunity. It goes wide. Picking up as Barry, deep on the boundary line. Oh, get back! In the middle of the pack! Screamer across to Heenan in the middle. Todd Heenan has got the 40 right at the death knock of quarter time coming up. And Heenan goes back, he's wasting no time here, has gone straight into the goal, and Todd Heenan brings it up. The Tigers, 2 goals, 3-15, the Mallee Eagles, 2 behind. We are 27 minutes into the first quarter.
We might have a quick netball update thanks to MVP Feeds in Kahuna.
Okay. Final scores are up there, Tom the Dogs. 10 seconds.
Thanks, mate.
No, they're not.
On air.
Thanks, Jack. And at the moment, it is a 13-point margin in favour of Woorinen. Late stages here in the first term. And Gardner and McDonald once again resume the battle. Comes down, Harry Allen, clean pickup. Now runs forward, long kick right off the side. However, and the final buzzer beats them as the mark was taken in defence for Jamie Nicholas. But it is the Tigers at the first break by 13 points, 2-3-15, leading the Mallee Eagles 2 straight behinds in the 2019 Grand Final. Don't go anywhere. Can the Mallee Eagles fight back when it's their turn with the win? We'll find out right after this on 3SH Central Murray Live.
Quarter, we had a guy unconscious, so really happy with the quarter. I said, look, we look really predictable, but that was half of what we wanted, just to long down the boundary line and nothing fancy against that breeze. So yeah, I think other than that last goal, I think we did an incredible job that quarter. So we're going to open up right now.
Okay. All the best, team. Thanks, mate.
with Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's Concrete, and probably a good opportunity too, guys, to just say thanks to all the coaches. They're really good with their time, both pre and post game, and as you just seen throughout the game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, always willing to stand up, especially the two guys that are on today, Dean and also Marcus, have been sensational during the year. It's just interesting to hear that he says Kilworth was out, knocked out, unconscious, but he didn't. It was more his own fault because he attacked the player rather than trying to attack the ball and ran into the bigger body, I think, of Aaron Catt.
Good on him for doing it. That's what it's about. You've got to do it in finals. You attack the ball. Interesting to hear Helmer say we're about to cut loose.
Yeah, well, they'll obviously try to open up probably a lot like last week. It's going to be a mirror image of last week's game against the Raiders, you would think, where they held up in that first quarter as best they could, and then they opened the game up. Glenn Stewart.
Yeah, certainly was. I think that's how he saw it, and if they can break it open now and get a couple of early goals, they'll get a bit of momentum. That's what he's hoping for.
Well, they were absolutely devastating in that second last week, Brian.
Yeah, they certainly were. So let's see what they can do. If they can do what they did last week.
Second quarter brought to you by Franklin Custom Feeds. Here's Noel Watson.
Absolutely, and I noticed that the young fella in Zach Omar has gone to full forward for the Eagles again. See if they can get a big strong mark. They've got Hillier in underneath. The ball is coming in the vicinity of the Eagles half forward line. It's gone under the legs of Saad. The player we're just talking about in Omar has got the footy out in front. Saad has it, picked it up, dropped it. Oh, the umpire hopped the collar.
That was hot.
Now Saad was trying not to take possession. He was foxing for the free kick, but the umpire picked it against him, and the free kick has gone the way of the Tigers. And Taylor Cameron goes back to find Nicholas.
He does, so they'll look to switch the play here. The Tigers. Nicholas comes out towards the grandstand side of the ground, sits it on the head of Notting. Hillier able to affect the mark. Harry Allen starting to get busy, just swings the ball back in towards the forward 50, but Beams taking the mark in defence for the Tigers.
Had his joint coach loose in front of him, or called the play on, player descending from the back half, not able to pick it up, and Robbie Miller's got the kick. It's an up and under pass by Miller, looking for and finding Anucci centre wing, true centre wing, because it's right on the interchange. Again, the two number threes, but Anucci, terrific spot up through the centre of the ground. Cad wants to get the ball flowing, gets it out quickly to Heenan.
Heenan now, little handball, middle of the ground, little chip forward by Taylor Cameron was good. Found the teammate there on the lead in Miliardo, quickly wheels around, inside 50, long ball, but reading it best, Tommy McGregor takes the mark coming off Glenn Boyd, and he goes short and wide to Bo Bennett.
Done it all year, Tommy McGregor. Took the opportunity to get off his man, took the mark. McDonald lurking in the full back line, has the ball in front of him, wants to go the up and under, or put his teammate under all sorts of pressure, and that teammate was Braden Bennett, but it's come the way of Harry Allen, front and centre as he has been all year. The ball from his kick is punched back in his general direction, and I say general because it's not clear yet who's going to pick it up. Now it's the Eagles. They can build a shocker of a kick, finds its way to Daniel Bibb.
Lux a fortune.
They're out.
Bibby, his kick centering to Brent Sheehan. There he goes short. Oh, that is a terrible kick. That is even worse, as picked up by Taylor Cameron. He gives a little handball off to Heenan, middle of the ground. Short chip finds Gammon. He has to go long, sets it up, and going back, taking the mark there, Andrew McDonald with a Swan Hill High mark of the day.
Poor entries. Yeah, absolutely poor entries. They're just banging it up there, but they're kicking it to three Eagles in a big mob.
Sort of like they're trying to land on the top of Jose Miliardo, who's not going to be tall enough, yet they signed to waste the football. The kick by the Eagles has gone down. It's going to be a free kick back in the middle of the ground, I think, going the way of Bo Alexander. He's going to get the footy eventually. Gives us plenty of time for the Tigers defence to flood back, and flood back they do, including the big ruckman Lockie Gardner, their B&F winner.
Well done to the Woorinen Tiger A grade, who were victorious in the netball this afternoon, beating Swan Hill by 4 goals, 38-34.
Well, Bo Alexander's kick, that was like a dead pigeon that just floated through the air.
That's a good call.
And straight onto the chest of Rex Hickman.
Well, that was not a very well pigeon, I think.
What breed of dead pigeon is that?
A dead one, bro. No.
Floating like a dead pigeon.
Unbelievable. Call us through your dead pigeon shot on goal, Jack.
Rex Hickman, he's taken the mark, more importantly, and he's going to kick from 45 metres out, looking for the first goal for the Eagles. Sets it up on its way. Distance, not a problem. Accuracy, not a problem either. And the Eagles, they are on the board. They go to 1-2-8. Woorinen 2-3. 2-3-15, and that is on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
One DPG, Dead Pigeon Goal, Brian.
Well, that's the one, you know, like, it's luck's a fortune. Sometimes you got to take your opportunities. He's standing in the right place, Hickman, and it just floated down and he fell in his lap.
Oh, he's playing in front, Brian. That was the thing.
That's exactly right. And with the breeze, sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do, Stewie, because you're wanting it to come over the back all the time.
Boys, how many bad kicks, poor disposals?
About 8.
Is it pressure? Or what is it? Is there something going on there?
I think.
Yeah, well, McDonald in the rut, gets the ball out, puts it out in front of a running teammate, and we know who's got the leg speed. It's Bo Bennett, has the footy, goes left, all right. On this occasion, it's left. It's an up and under, the lovely disposal down, and the big fella's taken the mark again, but they would have kicked the last one, and Hickman's got the ball on the outer side.
He does, goes long, side, sits at the back, waiting, take the mark, no. And on the full, it will be a free kick to the Tigers.
Great umpire.
Cheeky little look up too by Sard on that occasion, thinking, well, am I going to fox my way through it? No, you weren't. The Tigers have a chance to go short, and they do, and they find Cat. Cat's got stone wide if he wants, he decides no, looks down the ground, goes short. Oh, it's a piercing kick, piercing all the way through to Jose Miliato, who we know has a dynamite left boot. Kicks it out in front of two players, but Sard overruns it, coming out the back to Hillier. Big donagi for the Mallee Eagles. See McDonald in the hot seat. A play's overrun. I tell you what it's done. It's given the opportunity for Nick O'Neill to swoop, and he's kicked it to a one-on-one across half forward.
Leg speed with Tommy McGregor though on this occasion, just taps it forward. He's got no help though. Glenn Boyd is there with him for help for the Tigers. He's got plenty. Little handball backwards, goes to Domo, runs around, has a bounce, can have another one if he wants to. Decides the handball's on to Heenan, goes back to Domo, now over the top. Boyd, he can give it to Cameron. No, goes the other way. Back to Gammon, mucking around with it a little bit here, the Tigers. Eventually though, the umpires found a free kick, I think, and it is going to go to the Mallee Eagles.
He pointed that way, but he paid the mark. I don't know what.
It's the Mallee Eagles not having the footy. It's the Tigers who do, and the kick comes the way of them across centre half forward. Look at the carry on the ball. It's swaying right around and going through as O'Mara with the footy for the Mallee Eagles, but coming across. The Tigers are able to clean it up. Oh, it's a shocking game of football so far.
Surely is, as Heenan overruns the footy. Bo Bennett, right with it, goes over the boundary line, over for throwing. Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's Concrete.
Yeah, I think you're right, Noel. It's not the best, but that always happens in a bit of in the grand final, and the pressure around the football.
Wind's not helping.
Wind's not helping. That's right, Pat.
2 goals 3, 15 to 1 goal 2, the lead with the Tigers, 7 points up at this stage over the Mallee Eagles. The Mallee Eagles, well, they're favoured by the breeze. It's probably more toward the half-forward flank area. The ruckman will go at it.
Ball now tapped down, McDonald gets it down, Alexander with the clearance, long kick up towards half forward. Sard waiting at the back, just doesn't quite get to him. He's getting dangerous though, Sard, as O'Mara runs onto the loose ball, then just left it behind. And happy to see it over as Lockie Warburton for boundary throwing right on the 50 metres for the Mallee Eagles, over in front of the scoreboard. And it is the Tigers by 7 points, early stages, second term.
Shane was spot on. Sard was ever dangerous. They had to just pick the ball up, weren't able to. All to no avail. It's the Tigers here in numbers, swarming on the footy, but it's the Mallee Eagles who dive in hard, commit the body. The umpire jumps in and says, hey, hand it over. I'm going to officiate. You can give it to me. You can reset both sides. We're between centre wing and half forward for the Mallee Eagles.
So ball now tapped down by Hickman. Well, Alexander went in hard, even harder there for the Eagles with Sheehan. Long high kick underneath Nicholas with courage, couldn't take the mark though. Ball on the ground, back forms, we get a ball up 20 metres out from goal for the Mallee Eagles. Once again, pressing hard, Stewie.
Yeah, certainly are. The Eagles are pretty hard around the packs at the moment, and Tigers just sort of, maybe Noel's right, a couple of weeks off, they might be just struggling a little bit.
Geez, Gammon cop one hard, he's coming off the ground too, keep an eye on him, Stewie. From the right work, nothing able to happen clearly there. The umpire's dangerous position here for the Tigers. If the Eagles can snag one, it is absolutely dynamite position for the Eagles. The ruck work, Gardner gets it straight down to a teammate. Oh, the Mallee Eagles tried to crash and bash. It was like a rugby scrum going forward, but again the umpire says give it to me. Player lurking at the back here. Not sure it's going to come his way as Brady fought him. He wants the ball. He knows he's a goal opportunity.
So Gardner just taps it straight through for a behind. And it will be the Mallee Eagles now moving to 1-3-9. They trail Woorinen 2-3-15. It is on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
Tigers to bring the ball back in through young A-Cad. Kicks toward the grandstand side, or a little bit of push and shove at the back. Now the Eagles not able to get a sympathy, but Harry Allen can. 1-2 coming up, no. Handball backwards by Johnson. Now this sells a bit of candy, actually, gets around and kicks the ball into the forward line of Grain. Good use of the body. Bycatch sees the ball loose. The Eagles, they want another ball. If they can get it, they can do, because Zach O'Mara put his body on the line, grabbed the footy, he got grabbed, thrown to ground, ball up to take place.
Eagles need a goal, we'll be perfect.
They do. O'Mara doing the ruck work, tap down, trying to find Sard. Hillier there with a big bump as well. Now coming through, Sard, little handball, tried to weave through traffic. Notting now takes it. He's quickly claimed by O'Mara, and we'll have the ball up still. Eagles inside forward 50.
They've made a change there too. Notting now has gone over to Hillier, and that means Beams now has gone to Hickman.
O'Mara to do the ruck work as he's done in the forward line. The ball comes out the front. Allen swerves. Allen has a shot. Allen kicks the shot on goal. Kept in play. Nicholas, last line of defence, goes short. Finds a teammate in Heenan.
He's been good, Jamie Nicholas.
Yeah, he has.
The last line a couple of times, and he's really holding the Tigers back six together at the moment.
Heenan's been good too. He's a contender for the Cadenas, mechanical and fullback forward.
Absolutely, as is the man who had that shot on goal, Harry Allen, as it goes through the hands of Miliardo. McClure now, handball's off to Bo Bennett, inside 54, the Eagles sitting underneath it. Hickman going back, comes to the front of the pack, high up and under kick, comes down again to Hillier. He gets a short little chip forward. O'Mara going back to the fight. On the chest. And he's marked about 10 metres out, but he's outside the square.
Should be another 5 metres around, because he juggled the mark. He hadn't actually controlled it.
I wonder what he was thinking there, boys. It was
he said Aaron Cat coming straight at him.
Yeah, that's right. It was about 30 metres up, and he had to run and running towards the player, the opposition player. But a great effort by him. I'm directly behind this kick as we see O'Mara come in now. As young Zach comes in. And what's he done? Just going off the side, and it's gone through for one behind.
So the Mallee Eagles wasting their opportunities. 1-4-10.
I wouldn't do that anymore, Stewie. Every time you've done that, you've got to be kicking out the full.
Pretty much reminiscent of the first quarter when the Tigers wasted opportunities down deep. Now the Mallee Eagles, there's something happening down there. I noticed that here, trying to warm up and trying to show that he's going to be somewhere near ready to go as Kilworth, but I don't know whether the Eagles are going to want to put him back on the ground. He's strutting around.
And the other one's to Gabriel too, who hasn't played a lot of footy, but we haven't seen him out there much either, Noel.
No, the ball carries the pack from the kick in. Quick hands the way of the Mallee Eagles. They want the ball wide, or just slip when he was going to take off there. Had the ball in front of him, it was Bo Bennett. The ball's gone over line, and right beside him, Noe Moore, boundary umpire, boarding the play as Kane Hillier comes off for a rest and going back on to Gabriel Shane.
So ball on the far side between wing and half forward. Mallee Eagles slightly into attack. Over the back, Hickman with a tap, tried to find Wes Bennett, can't do so. Bennett's had his head ripped off. Umpire has clearly seen it. As his head rolls along the ground, he puts it back on, and we're going to go from the wing.
He does exactly that. It's a magnificent kick. Is it going to carry? No, it hasn't. The mark has been taken by Bees. Now, you heard Brian in the background just whisper his name. That's because he was just so cool under pressure there. The kick sharked here by Zach O'Mara, who's having a purple patch of this last couple of minutes. He's done the ruck work. He's had a shot on goal. He's taken an intercept mark.
He had Harry Owen on in the middle of the ground too.
Just, distance, I don't reckon he'll have too much problem with the distance. He's got a beautiful leg. It'll just be the accuracy that needs to come.
Start it right.
Yeah, right post.
I'm staying out of this one.
Right hand post. Yeah,
good decision.
The Eagles don't want you on board. The kick, and up and under. It has started right, stayed right. Goal umpire taps himself on the shoulder, and you wouldn't believe it. It's 1-5-11. That's the Mallee Eagles. They trail the Tigers, who are 2-3-15. We're 12 and a half minutes into the second quarter of this grand final.
Yeah, just not making the most of it too. The Eagles at the moment, they had plenty of opportunities. 1-5, they've had 6 shots on goal to 5, and they still trail.
Short kick taken by the Tigers. It goes in the way of their back pocket. Just waiting to see what Leo's going to do. He goes even deeper right in front of the scoreboard on the outer side. Now this next kick is going to be crucial because the Tigers have struggled a little bit to get past the Mallee Eagles wall. Doesn't want to cross the pack. Goes down the line. Let's see if the numbers favour the Tigers. Oh, and big marking contest. Will that be 50? The ball was pushed away. No, the umpire says, Toddy Heenan, you've taken the mark. You can have the kick.
So Heenan now looks inboard, finds Nicholas. He marks at half back. So decides to play on. Goes long, down the line, up towards half forward, sitting at the back of the pack. Wanting the mark there was Miliardo, but reading it best was McCurry. He came across in front, punched it over for a boundary throw. Brian, Woorinen, they're just struggling to get that running game going off half-back, and the game that we see so much in that they work the angles.
Tyler Cameron, those sort of guys that are normally streaming off half-back. Nick O'Neill, who just played on them, trying to get things moving, but they're not hitting targets down the ground and getting some flow from stoppage to stoppage. So they need to really push harder, I think.
I reckon there could be some tired players at half-time because there's been a big mass of players following the footy wherever it's gone. We've seen close contest after close contest. Having said that, exactly what happens, the ball comes out the back, players in a little bit of space, and it goes the way of the Woorinen side. Can they get the ball out quickly? No, they can't. Goes in under, and the umpire calls for another ball up. Josh Stone, he was underneath, had the footy, just couldn't get it. Harry Allen right beside him.
So ball tapped down by Gardner, gets it going forward. Stone on the end of it, quickly claimed though, got the handball away. Umpire said holding the ball. Now it's going to come back, no advantage, and it will be a free kick to the Mallee Eagles, and Harry Allen, who is one of the Cadina's mechanical and 4x4 player of the day contenders.
I agree with Stone. He got a hand on it. He handballed it away. Allen goes with an up and under towards centre half forward. Both sides falling for the trap. At half forward, they're just banging it in. Run from the Mallee Eagles by Johnson, I think it was, who curled the ball around. Oh, gutsy diving attempt to mark. No, the umpire's called play on. Didn't quite carry, and we'll see a ball up about 25 metres out from the Mallee Eagles goal. The Mallee Eagles are 4 points behind on the scoreboard. That is the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
One player playing well is David Johnson for the Mallee Eagles. I like his game so far.
Speaking of him, gets the kick, but it was smothered. Now taken by Nucci. He goes to the ground. Umpire says play on. Johnston again with the ball. Again, he's claimed, and you're right, Stewie, he's having an absolute ripping game at the moment. David Johnston back in the team after injuring his hamstring in the qualifying final.
And he had a couple of weeks off too. They're probably maybe just on 3 weeks, so that is about the minimum.
Sard has the footy, just waiting to see whether he's going to kick it or handball at it. There you handball the cross, minor score coming up to Daniel Bibby, one of the better players for the Mallee Eagles, and the Eagles are going to do it by ones. 1-6-12, trailing the trailing the Tigers, who are 2-3-15 on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
Miller coming off the interchange. I thought he was going to get that kick, but anyway.
Skinner with the kick in, taken now though by O'Neill. Runs his full measure, long high kick up towards half forward. Stone there with him as well as Brent Sheehan. Corey Kelly, nice little don't argue. Oh, a bit crude there, Brent Sheehan on Kelly. Should be a free kick, will be. Advantage, Stone inside 50, over the head of Boyd. Rushton running onto the loose ball, just left it behind. Worried off it by Braden Bennett, still Rushton Bennett going at it. Comes in now, Miliardo, picks it up, one way, next snap on goal, bouncing ball offline, through for one behind. But the Tigers, they get their first score of the quarter. They go to 2-4-16. They lead the Eagles by 4 points, 1-6-12, and that's thanks to Franklin Custom Feeds.
Yeah, very, very well done there by Miliardo too. Rushton just couldn't get a handle. It just didn't bounce up to him. Otherwise, he was away and straight into an open goal.
Mallee Eagles reminiscent of what the Tigers did earlier on. Just go banging straight down the centre of the ground. Oh, the free kick. Well, it's a mark. It's got to come back. Oh, you're elbowed out, son. Mallee Eagles took the mark in the centre of the ground. They wanted to play off but not able to. McDonald takes the mark. It was a pretty errant kick, but Big Duck has got the ball half-back flank for the Mallee Eagles.
Had Fordham on in the middle of the ground. Fordham still on, just didn't look that way. Goes instead to O'Mara, who had 3 to beat. Set him a task. Gallo, his handball smothered there by Kane Hillier. And we will have a boundary thrown in between the two interchange benches right in front of Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's Concrete.
Yeah, it certainly is. Just fairly hot around the packs here at the moment. Pretty scrambly.
Boundary umpire throws it in. I thought pre-game it wouldn't be a shootout. I just didn't think it would be this negative on the scoreboard. It is absolutely there for the taking for either side. That's straight in the bleeding obvious from the ruck work. The ball's gone forward. Picked up by the Rex Hickman finally straights it off. That's a contender for the goal of the day. Compliments of Vance Turk. And the Mallee Eagles hit the front 2-6-18. The Tigers 2-4-16.
He's been playing some really good football in the last couple of weeks. I've been quite impressed with him, not only in the air but also on the ground for a big fella. So that was a great snap goal.
Yeah, just the luck's of fortune is it comes out of the pack and he's standing, come from the ruck work on right in front of us here, and then he's just ran on, and all of a sudden it comes out and a nice little snap around the corner. I thought he got too much on it, but it sort of straightened in the air.
And with that, the Eagles have hit the front four the first time this afternoon, but it's the Tigers who go forward, but only as far as Brent Sheehan at half-back for the Eagles, who's called the play on.
Good kick.
Goes long out towards that man Hickman. Can't take the mark. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Woorinen.
Blood rule. That's the whistle. Stone, I think. Yep. Shane, Stewie.
I'm not 100% sure.
Across, I think it's.
Oh yeah, there he is at the back there. Yeah, sorry, it must have happened on that in that pack mark.
Yeah, the whistle on play.
That contest with Shane. Yep.
The contest though hadn't been a mark, so he shouldn't have held it up. It's only when the blood rule only can go when the mark is taken and the play stops.
A stop play.
Yeah, exactly right. From the ruck work, the ball comes out the back. Lovely hands. Frees Bennett. Bo with the ball, kicks across the body. Oh, the bounce is a shocker for the Tigers. Suited Kane Hillier. He grabbed the 40, went to ground. Players from both sides dive in on top. Looked to me to tuck it in a little bit there, Hillier, and I think earlier on he might have been pinked. The game has settled somewhat, and it's a 2-point lead to the Mallee Eagles. 2-6-18, Woorinen 2-4-16 on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
Hickman with the tap down, trying to burst through there was Toby Sheehan. Kick was smothered. Comes back into the pack, and we'll have another ball up over in front of the scoreboard with the Mallee Eagles leading by 2 points as we've just ticked over into time on.
Ruck work goes the way of the Mallee Eagles, and up and under, going to absolutely nowhere, or is it going to a teammate? The ball offhand, Sard swoops on the ball, slips at the last minute over the line and out of bounds. 2-4 plays 2-6, 2-point lead to the Mallee Eagles, as Shane said, just into time on.
Ball out, tossed into play, little one down by Hickman, tried to rove his own ruck work. In the end, the kick was smothered, comes out the back, Heenan picks it up, lost it. Bo Alexander, little wonder, Wes Bennett, he just taps it over his head. Now comes out the back to Beams, he'll look to set something up for the Tigers through the middle of the ground to rush.
They do exactly that, a hold. You see the advantage taken here for the Tigers. Will it work out for them? It should do. Miliardo, the 1-2 over the back, comes to Domale. Domale's kick down into the forward line, but getting back, terrific play, defensive play for the Mallee Eagles. The mark is taken by their young fella at fullback.
So Tommy McGregor is doing a good job so far on Boyd, kicks up towards Forden, lets it get over the back, running onto him now is Bo Alexander, took the hit well, then got it up to half forward. At the back was Toby Sheehan, couldn't take the mark, has to get rid of it now, does, just missed to Gabriel, and a little one now, running onto the loose ball for the Eagles, is going to be Bibby, centering ball, lovely vision, spotted up Harry Allen, middle of the ground.
Harry Allen and Bibby just combining beautifully. I tell you what, he can give it back to him if he wants to, decides no, we're late in the quarter, have a bit of a look, I'm sure at the time, goes over the back, Sard, can he swoop? Hillier can, Hillier gets an up and under, Johnson's going to be the target, it's going to bounce back into play, yes, clever play by the Woorinen defence, led ably down there as Brian said earlier on by one of their better players in Jamie Nicholas.
Just watching Don McCure come back on the ground again, and he is really hovering. He's struggling with that court at the moment. They need more out of Nicholas, and not so much Nicholas as a shot on goal.
Ball tapped down, David Johnston it was, kick across the face, Hillier stood up, now he picks it up, can have a shot if he wants, gives a little handball off to Bibby, quickly claimed. And we're going to get another ball up, about 20 metres from goal. Tackler there, Jai Barry.
That split second, Hillier says no, I won't have a shot. Too late.
Yep.
Ruck work. Who can get this one? Warburton hasn't been called a lot today, but he's been battling. Sard tried to soccer off the ground. The umpire circling. Sard has a shot. And a score. The Eagles move along to 2-7-19 on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard. The Tigers 2 goals 4-16.
So Nicholas with the quick kick in out towards Naomi Moore, bounces over the head of him, goes over the line. Now that should be out.
No.
He played on.
He came out of the square. He came out of the square.
Oh, I didn't think he came out of the square.
He was outside the square when he kicked the ball.
Righto, well in that case it'll be a boundary throw in.
In front of the jumping castle, the kids are having a wonderful time. The kids in the big crowd here. McDonald gets the ball out of the ruck. Nicholas launches. Nicholas takes a contender in the Swan Hill High mark of the day across half back for the Tigers yet again.
He's been really good, but they need more out of Nick O'Neill. This bloke here, Cameron, they haven't had a lot of drive off half-back between those two players.
Cameron
they need to really start to move and get the ball moving.
Cameron goes short, finds Jai Barry, drills a pass into the centre of the ground. The ball so strong it bounced off a teammate's chest. Cad gets the ball, goes on up and under the ball, bouncing around. Oh, Hillier went in without the footy yet, fine. Did not have eyes for the footy, but the umpire's going to say, now what's the umpire going to do? He's now going to call for a ball up. Pressure situation here, Shane, deep into time on second quarter.
It is, and it is Eagles by 3 points, thanks to Macca Swan Hill, Brian.
Yeah, there's looks like it's going to be a bit of a blood rule or something. Yeah, just at half-time in the Bendigo League, the two Kerrang boys taking each other on, and at half-time, after kicking a couple of late goals in the quarter, the Strathstorm lead 8-6-54 to Eagle Hawk to 4-12-36. So poor kicking by the Borough boys.
So it looks like Troy Coates' men at the moment, they hold the advantage down there at the QEO. In the meantime, we're just having a few blood rules at the moment.
Robbie Miller.
Yeah, Robbie Miller came off the
as well. Yep. So a couple of changes as it is a very, very heavily contested game at the moment. Bo Bennett, he takes it, but he's quickly taken the ground. We'll have another ball up just forward or in between half forward and the centre. Woorinen into attack.
Either side would love a deep red time goal just to give them some move into the forward line. The chance here for the Mallee Eagles. The ball's going across to Sheehan. Sheehan gets to Shepherd, comes around, uses the right, gets the player at the back of the pack mark, taken by David. Oh! Uh-oh. And what's the umpire saying? He's having a chat. I think he's going to let him take the mark. Yes, he will.
Well, it's clearly a mark, but is he going to let him take the kick? No, he's going straight off Johnston.
Yep.
I'd say that might be an ankle, guys.
Yeah, it was. As he came down, he just either clipped the boot of Noddy or just stood in a little hole or something and just rolled it straight over.
De Gabriel was pretty quick to pick up the footy. We know he can kick a goal.
Much footy. Noel, he's probably tired to kick a goal.
De Gabriel, Jason. We mentioned the red time goal and how important this could be. Left footer gets around, deliberate shot on goal. He liked it from the minute it left the boot. Jason De Gabriel. I think Ryan mentioned earlier, hadn't been on the ground a lot, but he gets on and kicks an important goal. That's a big goal coming into half-time. The Mallee Eagles 3-7-25 lead the Tigers, Woorinen boys, 2-4-16 on the Franklin Custom Feed scoreboard.
Yeah, 26 minutes gone, and the red time goals are like gold at the moment, especially with the amount that we've only had 5 for the whole day. So
yeah,
they want to really make sure use something. They've used Nick O'Neill gone into the middle, Domale, and also Barry, along with the big man in Gardner, which I think we just start to need a little bit more out of these 4 on-ballers.
They certainly do. Allen with the clearance though for the Mallee Eagles, gets it up to half forward to Gabriel, chases on, has to sit for him, it doesn't quite, just a little paddle in front of Cad. Fordham takes it over, we'll have a boundary throw in, but at the moment it is all the Mallee Eagles doing the running.
To Gabriel, so I reckon he was a bit, pulled up a bit quick then, boys.
Yeah, he pulled up a little bit quick before.
Don't think he's 100% fit.
No, exactly right.
Exactly right. Boundary umpire throws the ball in high. The big fella, the best and fairest for the Tigers in Lockie Gardner, got one hand on the footy, but it's gone straight back in underneath. McDonald, who came out with the footy, says hands it over to the boundary, to the central umpire, and away we go again.
So Gardner now, double-fisted tap down. Bibby takes it, quickly claimed by Anucci.
He was lucky.
Tried to fend off, and that fend off before was a free kick. This time it's not.
Ruckman to go at it. McDonald and Gardner. Gardner wants the grandstand side. McDonald wants to keep it inboard. Comes out the back. Oh, he's spun around big time here, Nick O'Neill.
Ball landed in his arms. He was spun in the tackle, and then he gets a free kick against him.
Toby Sheen's got the 40. This is crucial. Toby Sheen get the ball and get it going quickly. Sheen unloads with a drop punt. He wants a mark deep if he can get one. Lurking at the back of the pack. Big mark taken and pulled in by the Tigers as they come across the ground, and Ducky Bean straight in the arms of Harry Allen.
He does. Kick was poor. So Allen now looking to send the Eagles right back. Top of the goal square. Big fly. Unable to mark. No. Off hands. Now Heenan. He goes to the ground. Little one out. Ball eventually squirts out the back. Pack forwards. We're going to get another ball up. We will eventually. Umpire Page crosses himself and 25 metres out from goal, directly in front, a very dangerous position for the Mallee Eagles.
25 plays 16 deep, very deep into this second quarter. Oh, that's a throw for Mike. Where's the umpire? Nowhere near it. That was a massive throw and the crowd cannot believe it.
I think that's the even up for one out here.
Oh, well, you don't have eveners. I know what you're saying there, Brian. And Maui Moore has a kick to come across the ground, looks for and finds his teammate. I'm dumbfounded. I cannot believe it.
It wasn't the meant to throw. He was trying to follow the ball, and well, he just kept coming, and the ball kept coming around, and he kept throwing it over the top.
So Toby Sheehan taken high there in the tackle from Jamie Nicholas. He'll get the free kick half forward, right in front of the Woorinen interchange bench at the moment. Sheehan will look to send the Eagles back inside 50. He does so. Long kick. Pack at the back. Oh, Beams 1-2. Couldn't quite bring the mark down. Wes Bennett sitting over the top. Oh, brings it out. Little handball away to Hickman, but his kick offline. 3 for 1 behind. They go to 3-8-26, the Mallee Eagles. They lead Woorinen as we approach half-time, 2-4-16. That's thanks to Franklin Custom Feeds.
Can't be long to go here, Brian.
No, 29 and a half. We're just about to tick over. Haven't had a lot of goals kicked, but a lot of stoppages. I think that's where we're going to have it for most of the day.
Stuart, just a little bit of fumbling still by the Tigers.
Yeah, just a little bit no. Yeah.
Some of the kicks just not quite hitting targets.
Yeah.
Cad from full back, goes the kick, goes the short pass, and there's an example.
Yep.
Straight down the throat of an opponent, and the Mallee Eagles get the ball flowing, son, get a mark taken.
Someone's going to go.
Oh, exactly what I'm saying. Kick it, ball long. They said they could get a mark coming across. It's Bibby with the kick. Sharked by the Woorinen side, and they take the relieving mark across half back.
The Tigers have done well here. They've moved all their forwards back into the back half. They want to make sure they get a go. They've done that quite successfully now.
They have, as the ball ends up in the hands of Darren Rushton as the half-time siren sounds. It is the Mallee Eagles by 10 points at the main break, 3-8-26, leading the Tigers 2-4-16. We've got the 2K kick coming up right after this break on 3SH Central Murray Live.
We have 4 minutes 20.
Cheers, mate.
What happens here? You've got the list of the kickers?
Yeah, I've got the kickers.
So you'll do it from up there?
Yep.
I'll go below then.
All right.
I'd love to say it's a great game.
Well, when you get back, Stewie, just go out there and you can interview a couple of the kickers or whatever as we're going, and we'll wing it, mate.
Allen in underneath the pack. The umpire says, hand it over, boys, and I will call for another ball up.
It's hard and tough in there at the moment. There's still plenty of players fumbling the ball.
So McDonald thumps it straight down in the hands of Josh Stone. A high kick inside 50. Boyd, oh, good work, McGregor. That was Tommy Little spoil, but only as far as Barry. His handball back into traffic to Miliardo. Brought to ground by Johnston. Kick across the face. Goes out of bounds on the full. And another wasted opportunity for the Tigers. Don McCaw to bring the ball back into play.
He does exactly that, comes across and looks for Bo Alexander. Alexander goes across towards the scoreboard using all the ground here. The Mallee Eagles will just try and check and see if they've thrown one back in this quarter or not. McDonald has been lurking the kick by the Mallee Eagles down toward the outer side, close to the boundary. There's a shepherd taking place.
Yeah, going to be a free kick to Mallee Eagles.
Mallee Eagles will take the free kick, and it looks like to be McGregor for mine.
Yeah, Tommy McGregor it is, half back. Over on the far side of the ground, a high kick up and under. O'Mara was there, but reading it best there was Hickman, just literally fell into his lap. No one.
Three Mallee Eagles.
Part of the sea.
Like Moses. Just a long kick up towards half forward, worked off the ball there. Skinner, Hillier takes the mark on the chest, too far out to score. There's still another kick from home, you'd imagine. Lowers the eyes, little chip forward. Nicholas with the spoil, going in hard, low as Alexander. Now Omar, a little handball over the top, but only as far as Jamie Nicholas.
Been holding the ball.
I agree.
So Nicholas there, he's giving away the free kick, holding the ball inside defensive 50. And the free kick will be going for the Mallee Eagles.
I don't agree with you, Noel, because I think he grabbed hold of the ball, spun into the tackle, was brought to ground, had no prior opportunity. You've got to have some time to get rid of it.
He called dropping the ball, I think, Brian, and I was watching through the binoculars, and he dropped the footy. Comes away with the Mallee Eagles across the centre wing, just trying to open it up a little bit, get a bit of room across. The kick down long, big lead across, big mark pulled in.
That's a contender.
That is an absolute contender. Look at the way he's holding the ball. A little bit of contempt there for the opposition, and he's already brought up a couple already today, and I'm talking of Rex Hickman, who's got the footy. Handballs quickly. I don't know why, but he did. He's gone straight down to the long kick. The long kick has come the way of the Tigers, who screwed around looking for Josh Stone in the outer side half-back flank, and the Tigers are away.
So Stone now kicks long, Fordham thump position. Barry the spoil from behind, then wins the footy back to Barry. The handball over the top for Anucci, just slung out of it by Allen. And that's the right decision. Anucci with the free kick. It's going to come back, advantage not paid. Omar tried to sneak away with it.
Never going to be paid. He had to come back quickly.
Anucci with the footy. Looks and short to find Stone.
Yeah, got on the ball and he's been dominant since this quarter.
Stone kicks the ball down the ground. Oh, big mark. Pulled in. Jeez, he's been terrific, hasn't he?
He has played well, hasn't he?
Yeah, Brent Sheen, we've mentioned him, I think Stewie at half-time as being a good defender, and he has been exactly that. Kicks with the left boot and up and under towards centre wing. Players from both sides. Oh, no, Stone!
One-hander.
Let's take the mark of the day. This 1-0 high mark of the day. Off the side of the pack. Tucked it under his left wing and pulled it in.
So Stone centering ball. Nayawi more the target over his head. Now Corey Kelly. Johnston with him. Worried him off the ball. Did well. Johnston had two to beat in the end. Now he's got high contact. Did he take the tackle on?
He did. He tucked his head down, tried to push through, and got pinged for holding the ball.
Corey Kelly will take it. Oh, he wanted to go. Corey Kelly. Where's the lead? He normally looks for the big fella. He's going short, will he? No, Nick O'Neill's close if he wants. He come across the ground to Anucci, decides to go to the scoreboard pocket. Oh, numbers favour the Eagles out the back of the pack, and they're able to clear with a long raking left foot kick to the outside centre wing.
So long kick now. Skinner sits for him. It's going to come back though. Good vision from him. Finds Jamie Nicholas half forward. Over in front of the scoreboard. Called to play on, lowers the eyes in the direction of Boyd, goes straight over his head, and taking the mark is Brent Sheehan. Last line of defence for the Eagles. 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes gone in this third term, and it is still the Mallee Eagles by 9 points.
They won't mind the fact that they're using that pocket. That's a shocker of a kick. You've got to wonder where the ball's flat, the way these skillful players are not able to deliver, and Jamie Nicholas has taken the mark. Obviously a long way down from the fence, has got Anucci in the middle, gives the hands off quickly, the kick and up and under by O'Neill into the forward line, and getting back is McDonald, who takes the mark, and for mine he will go straight back from whence it came to the outer side, goes short and does exactly that.
Finds Bibby, this is all playing into the hands of the Mallee Eagles at the moment. So they are just holding on at the moment, the Eagles, but they've set up really well, and Woorinen are playing straight into their hands. Johnston, short chip wide, finds Bo Alexander, just slowly maintaining possession, working the ball forward, the Eagles at this stage. Another short little chip on, and he finds Wes Bennett between wing and half-back.
Wes has got a leg. He can kick. Let's see if he does exactly that, or it's a bit up and under. Doesn't really advantage anybody down the ground. There's a free kick, absolutely advantage. Comes away with the Tigers through the middle of the ground. Boyd in front, Boyd! Takes a mark, 60 out. He can kick it to there. He's got the breeze. He goes the up and under. Miliardo, 2-on-1. Miliardo launches. Gets the ball to the ground. McCool for the Mallee Eagles. Handballs it straight over the top. And a shocking exhibition here by Toddy Heenan. Write it down, that's a goal of the day contender for mine. That's terrific effort. Advanced to goal of the day contender as the Tigers move along to 3-5-23. Mallee Eagles 3-8-26 on the Battery Tech scoreboard.
I don't know why they've got to go so quick, but they've got to settle down. When he took the mark there, Boyd at centre half forward, he could have went back and had a shot on goal. He's got the length with that breeze to kick the goal, but he went quickly, got up and under, put in pressure. Well, there was 2-on-1, but Miliardo did a super job. Brought it down, just unlucky McCure. He just got it. I've got to get rid of it. I'm in trouble. Handball down the back, straight in the arms of Heenan.
Gardner with the tap down, back in the middle of the ground. Harry Allen left it behind. Going in now is McDonald. Got the handball away to Brent Sheehan. Kicks it up towards half forward. Darcy McGregor. Our second effort. Got tackled. Now Bibby goes to the ground. Umpire says give it to me. Still in the centre of the Swan Hill wreck.
Pretty lucky there, the Eagles not to be penalised.
Yeah, Darcy McGregor, the umpire said he got a little hand to it, so they gave him benefit of the doubt.
The kick and up and under by Corey Kelly from the ruck where it didn't look, just went bang. An advantage here coming away of Bo Bennett for the Mallee Eagles. Gets a handball away. Under pressure, all sorts of pressure here as Brady Fordham gets abuse on the ball on the left side. Need a shepherd, the Mallee Eagles. Can they find one? They don't. Bo Bennett's got it in front of him. Just happy to see the ball go over the line. The umpires, both of them agree. Central and boundary, and ball will be thrown in.
The Tigers' pressure's just started to lift a tiny little bit, and they're getting a little bit better and a little cleaner around the packs.
Ball tossed back into play. McDonald only as far as Miller though. Allen with the tackle on him. He's not going anywhere. Get a ball up. Still about 60 from home. Woorinen into attack.
Mallee Eagles have got one back. I don't know if he's far enough off the pack. Let's see. Ruckwork goes the way of Harry Allen. Bang. Didn't look. Just go for meterage. The ball. Goal. Great effort. To the half circle. No. One was the call on. Was Hickman who was trying to grab the 40. Now the Mallee Eagles can build through the centre of the ground. Darcy McGregor. His kick. Just an up and under. Went the way of Johnson. Johnson has a look at it. Hell yeah. Right on. It had to be touched off the boot. The crowd don't like it, but the umpire was very early and very clear. Hilliard put his hand up and said, yep, fair enough.
So Gardner now taps it down. Pack forms, not going to come out of there unless the umpire says it's holding the ball.
Which
and
way?
He does. He says he's dragged it in. It's going against the Mallee Eagles. And it will be Aaron Cadd for the Tigers. And he's called to play on now. Goes straight up the middle of the ground. Heenan starting to get busy for Woorinen. Quickly switches it out towards Gallo. Went with the one hand. Had to take possession. Did it. Bo Bennett takes him to the ground. Now going in hard was McCool. Eventually comes back to Gallo. Oh, loose players on short. Missed him. That was Barry. Now Fordham has to get rid of it. Does eventually McCooler. And Sheehan takes the mark.
Raw collective drive.
She's hot out there.
Sigh of relief across half back there. It was. Well, don't go short. There's plenty of opposition. Try to go for meterage. Try to have a look down the ground. See if Hickman can take a mark. Hickman works his way to the middle of the pack. The ball comes forward of the pack. The ball's on the ground. Who can pick it up? The Tigers can. And the ball is going to be moved through Nick O'Neill to Anucci with the footy.
So Anucci now, lovely vision. Miliardo, nice strong lead. Has the loose player at the top. Wanted Naomi more to keep running. Eventually does. Runs onto the loose ball outside of the boot. And Naomi Moore puts it through for the Tigers. And like that, Woorinen are back in front. They go to 4-5-29. They lead the Mallee Eagles 3-8-26.
Well, that's the whole thing. He could have went back and had an easy shot on goal. He's missed 2 or 3 there off the Jose and on the set shot. So he saw Noawi running. Noawi wasn't sure that he was going to give it to him, but he did eventually. It was able good enough. But they are a lot cleaner around stoppage. Their centre, their break-ins away from stoppage has started to build on top of what they did the first half.
Gardner and McDonald go out at the ball from the ruckman, goes forward again, or mark taken across half back. The umpire, correct position to see the Mallee Eagles have got the mark now. The leader's on, a lot of pressure coming on the young fella here. It comes across the ground, and overtakes the mark, and that young fella, Zach O'Mara, he's got it. Steady, Zach, have a bit of a look. He does exactly that. He finds the medalist in Harry Allen in the centre of the ground.
So Allen now, assessing his options, decides to go wide out towards Fordham, takes the mark on the far wing, goes down the line looking for Johnston O'Neill with the fly, couldn't quite bring the mark down, probably should have in the end. Now comes out, a little step away there from Gallo was good, now has a bounce, down the wing looking for Miliardo, worked under by Toby Sheehan, tried to go to the sport, Miliardo first back there, picks it up, now goes towards Boyd, McGregor right there with him, spoils over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw and Woorinen into attack.
Gee, I love that contest. McGregor and Boyd, really great contest down there. I know Boyd hasn't kicked the goal, but she's competed hard, and McGregor equally so. Scoreboard, 3-point lead to Woorinen, 13-minute mark, all important third quarter. Ruckwork goes the way of the Tigers, the ball in underneath the pack. Our players just wheeling it forward, throwing their bodies in. Nobody able to get the ball out cleanly. The umpire will be called back into action once again. On the Battery Tech scoreboard, it's a 3-point lead to Woorinen.
Josh Doan's the guy that's actually lifted the Tigers in this half.
Yeah,
he's really around the ball areas again. He's had 3 or 4 clearances from the stoppages.
Sheehan, reading it best, taking the mark. That was Brent on the chest for the Eagles.
Got to be a contender for the Cadenas Mechanical and 4x4.
Yeah, both Sheehan and Stone. There's plenty of contenders today. It's all going to come down to this last quarter and a half. Who can will their team over the line as the ball goes out of bounds and over for a boundary throw-in, half back for the Mallee Eagles.
Still plenty of time in this quarter, so another goal or 2. If you end up 10 or 12 points in front, that could be enough, especially when you're defending the breeze.
Absolutely. Brent Sheen's been brilliant this quarter. From the ruckwork, the ball goes forward toward the boundary line. The Tigers have it, an opportunity to build on the outer side. They do. Across the boot kick, the boundary umpire ball to play over the line. Almost the old-fashioned kick for touch. The boundary umpire will throw the ball in near the scoreboard, which shows a 3-point lead to the Woorinen side. 4-5-29. The Mallee Eagles 3-8. That's right, 3-8-26.
Breeze has dropped a bit.
Just Dominic Gilbert here, he's prancing up and down. Oh, here we go.
O'Neill with the shot on goal, goes across the face. Does it go out of bounds? It doesn't. Miliardo plays on.
Well now.
Taking the mark, but he's gone back across the face, and he has put it out of bounds on the full.
To answer your question, Shane, yes, it has gone out.
It has, eventually.
I just watching Dominic Gilbert down there, Stewie. He's prancing that boundary. He'll have a spot worn out of that grass, surely.
He wants to get back on.
They're just talking to him. They won't let him on. Oh, sorry, they shouldn't let him back on, I don't think. If he was knocked out, which is what we were told, he shouldn't be allowed back on. The Eagles are able to clear through the outer side. Oh, they've got an acre of ground. Take about 5 bounces, son, if you're quick enough. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Is he going to have a shot on goal? He has. Shot on goal. Crushed as he's kicked it. You wouldn't believe it's gone straight across the face of goal. It's close to now, in fact, over the line and out of bounds. And I'm worn out watching him, Brian.
Poor old Jared Skinner was going so heavily. He was gaining on him, then he got within about 10 and just couldn't pick up anymore. He will be absolutely spent, both of those players. That is a long 150-metre sprint.
You get the feeling he's the man that could possibly break this game open, Rex Hickman, if he can have a big 10-minute period in this last quarter and a half, as we're going to get a ball up. Still inside attacking 50 for the Eagles. They trail Woorinen by 3 points as we approach time on here in this third term. Hickman just out of the air, kick was smothered though by Skinner. Back into the pack, Wes Bennett is quickly claimed and we'll have a ball up. Still inside attacking 50 for the Eagles.
Neither Hillier nor Sard have registered a goal, and they really haven't looked like it for about 2 quarters as yet. Third one in a row here. We'll sweat on this one, Glenn Stewart, because you know what the average rule is? Free kick.
Yeah, that's right.
The central umpire throws it high. The ruckwork goes away of the Tigers, but again it's paddled out the back. The quick hands comes away of the Mallee Eagles. Shot on goal. Spinning. David Johnston. Minus score. Eagles 3 goals 9. That's right, listeners. 3 goals 9. The Mallee Eagles trail the Tigers 4-5-29. 27 plays 29 on the Battery Tech scoreboard.
So Nicholas now straight up the middle of the ground, long big kick and a good strong mark from Heenan. That's a Swanhill High mark of the day contender. He can go forward as well, up towards half forward. Miliato on the lead. Oh, dropped what he should have taken. Toby Sheehan, first one back there. Did he get the hand of the ball? The umpire said he did. Bibby now, little handball back to Sheehan in traffic as Darcy McGregor out the back. He is the relieving target.
McGregor looks down the ground. Harry Allen, clever use of the body, and the middle shows why. He's got to play it deep on the outer side. Can he find him? He can. The ball carries across. And a lovely piece of vision there by Harry Allen. Steady across half back the Eagles. Harry Allen picked the ball up and got it across. And now the Mallee Eagles can suck up some time.
So Wes Bennett, long kick inside. Hillier couldn't get off the ground. Ball goes over the back. Ball leading back there was Gardner. But we're going to get a ball up. Hillier did well to hold it up there with Benny Notting. And we've got a ball up about 15 metres out from goal for the Eagles.
Big contest here, Shane.
Certainly is. There's Gardner doing the ruck work. O'Mara over the top with a little tap, trying to get on the end of it was Bibby, but Barry's first there. Dangerous kick. Has to find a target. Eventually does. Gallo gave it away. Now Kilworth back out on the ground, but it's going to come back to Gallo, holding on after he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, he got the handball out, Dominic Gallo, and then was brought to ground, and it was taken downfield.
Nick O'Neill calls for Miliato to Giannucci to lead up, but the shocker, the kick has come off the side of the boot, but Matty Giannucci just shows.
Yes, no.
What does he show, Noel?
What does he do?
Let me correct that. He shows his leg speed, and his skill has gone right out the window. But I can use a Rex Hunt euphemism. Scheisenhausen kick. Dominic will have a line it out of bounds, and Bo Bennett will take the
Dominic Kilworth is on the ground.
Get on with that game, umpire.
He's back out there, so they've allowed him to take the ground again late in this third quarter.
So Bo Bennett now, long kick inside 50, pack forms, coming across there was Nicholas, comes down now, Hillier was chasing a little handball away.
Yes, he's gone.
Holding the ball. It's going to go against, I think it might be Skinner, is it?
Player down for Woorinen too.
No, it was Jai Barry, and it's Dougie Beams.
I think it's Beams. I think he's done a leg.
He's holding his lower, he's holding his calf, Stewie.
And Nicholas beside him is in trouble as well.
Both of them went down in that pack.
Okay, so let's take a breath. In the meantime, Kane Hillier has a shot at goal, deep in the pocket.
Might be cramp.
So Nicholas and Beams in the hands of the trainers behind play. Umpire's just holding him up, I think, Kane Hillier.
Why?
They might be concerned for Beams, perhaps. I think it is just cramp. They're holding the foot. Now this is, Brian, part of the conditioning, the fact that Woorinen have only played 3 games in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly right. And the other side is tough and hard wearing after 4 really, really tough, hard games.
So Hillier, hard against the boundary, shot on goal, goes across the face. Can they take the mark? They can't. Goes out of bounds on the full, and it'll be a free kick to the Tigers. Probably a poor option in the end.
Absolutely, over the line and out of bounds on the full. Beams comes off, and going back on is Jared Skinner. So a lot of pressure now on the Tigers' defence. Luckily, it's not in the last quarter when the Eagles are kicking with the breeze. The Tigers have that at their backs ever so slightly. The ball goes wide over the hands of Shepherd. The umpires picked it. Which way? It's going the way of the Tigers, and they'll take a free kick on the outer side between back flank and back pocket, and try to set up through half forward where Stone is going to work.
So Heenan and is with the kick to Cad. Nice strong hands from Cad. Handballs off to Heenan, running past. There goes in the middle of the ground. Needs to find a target. Does. O'Neill takes them up. Now he's got Skinner running out on the grandstand side of the ground. Goes in that direction. Sits it up in the air. Good strong mark from Skinner. That's a Swanhill High marker that a contender from him. Then spots up Gammon in the middle of the ground.
Tim Gammon goes the handball straight over to O'Neill. Bang! Good ball. The ball bounces off his boot, comes toward half forward. The Tigers can build for Jai Barry, who's loose out the back of the pack. A long shot. Minor score. The Tigers continue to be wasteful up forward. In fact, the Eagles are as well. The Tigers 4-6-30 lead the Mallee Eagles, who are 3 goals scoring 27 on the Battery Tech scoreboard into time on third quarter.
So Harry Allen now doing the kick in duty, short chip into the pocket. Finds McDonald.
Stay wide.
He's going to go long down the line. 22 minutes gone here in this third term. Long kick, good strong mark there for the Eagles, taken by Brent Sheehan. And he has been really good in this third term, Glenn Stewart.
Oh, he certainly has. He's been fantastic. A real contender for the Cadunas mechanical and 4x4.
Kicks it wide, comes back in and takes yet another one, Shane. Goes wide, just sucking up the time here, and why would you not when you've got, well, not an advantage necessarily on the scoreboard, but the advantage to keep the ball on the outer side, suck up the time and try and get advantage in that last quarter. The ball kicked down long. The Tigers have numbers at the back of the pack. Now they need to be better as they work the ball forward. On this occasion, no. And the ball hits the turf again. Tigers not able to get onto it. Trying to crash through, dropping the footy. Umpire says on the job, takes the free kick and goes away. Taylor Cameron for the Tigers here.
Need a lot more out of Cameron.
Goes wide to the half forward flank.
Gammon takes the mark, too far to score, lowers the eyes in the direction of O'Neill, over the head. And I tell you what, this guy has been huge today. Tommy McGregor at fullback takes another mark, and he goes wide, has a teammate out there in Bibby. He goes short over the top to Braden Bennett.
Braden Bennett, the combination of fullback and centre half back for the Mallee Eagles. In fact, the whole back six has been unbelievable. If they do manage to get up, they should just about carry him off the ground. The kick, long, in fact, way out of bounds on the full, and a chance here for the Tigers late in this third quarter to get some ascendancy.
Thanks to Maccas around the ground. It's just in Bendigo, the two Kerrang boys up against each other. There was a big lead at three-quarter time to the Storm, but it's back to 10 points at the 16-minute mark of the final quarter.
So it comes out now. Braden Bennett will keep an eye on that game as well for those Kerrang listeners that are interested. It's going to be a free kick to the Eagles, far side of the ground going to Rex Hickman.
Player down on the other side, well-known player. He's getting up now.
Short chip in, finds teammate there in Shan.
Looks like it was Miller.
Robbie Miller.
It was Miller.
Yep. Short kick by the Mallee Eagles, come toward the centre of the ground, just trying to open it up a little bit. Come through centre half forward, all risk. I don't know about this one. The ball is loose, a chance for the Tigers, but I tell you what, the Mallee Eagles, they want it. That's at the back of the pack, and they get a handle on it. Corey Kelly can. The player held high, and I think all now their players are remonstrating in underneath. Corey Kelly gets the free kick, I would suggest, underneath the pack. Have a look out the back of it though. Josh Stone holding his wrist. The umpire goes in to settle everybody down. If they can waste a bit more time, the Eagles will be delighted. Josh Stone there.
Yeah, he is too. He's in the hands of the trainer. It looks as though it's a hand injury.
Corey Kelly has the footy. Stone shakes it, says, no, I'm fine, leave me on. Kelly comes across, looks for but doesn't find him. Oh, in front, they're looking for the big fella, not able to find him. That was the Tigers trying to find Gardner. Now the Mallee Eagles go forward. Sard has been outside, worked his way to the front. Rock what he should have taken the Tigers. This time through, Gardner. He is having a shocker, all right, a real Barry Cocker. The ball comes wide though, and again the Woorinen side were able to rebuild across half back.
They are long kick out for Rushton, just couldn't quite get on the end. Now McDonald in trouble, got the handball away. Fordham, big hit now, won the footy for his team. Great work, Brady Fordham. Eventually buffeted over the line by Robbie Miller, but he has just taken the ball over the line when he had no right to do so.
Hey, what a great pickup by the big fella in McDonald too on the run there, had to pick it up as well. Boundary umpire throws it in. McDonald goes up hard, goes up against Heenan. The ball comes out the back, and the Tigers get a shot on goal. They can get a shot on goal. Across the face and goes through for a minor score. Rushton missed it for the Tigers. 4-7-31. Lead the Mallee Eagles 3-9-27 on the battery kicks.
O'Mara coming off, he's been playing well. He's got a bit of a knock on the knee. It's already swollen. I can see a bit of an egg on his knee.
It's a blow.
With every shot of goal, you can just hear the crowd holding its breath at the moment, as everyone knows this game is on tenterhooks. Bibby's kick outside defensive 50, should be a free kick, holding on for the Tigers. It will be, and it'll be going to Taylor Cameron. Goes inside 50, Boyd on the lead, McGregor with him, Boyd, strong hands, takes the mark, and he's going to go back. He'll kick from about 40 metres out on a bit of an angle over in front of the scoreboard.
Look at the time clock, Shane. Red time goal, ultra important. They did this earlier, Woorinen.
They did. 26, almost 27 minutes gone, Brian.
Yeah, they'll need this one. I think that's, a 4-point lead going in with this breeze won't be enough to have them in a position where they can really just defend.
So Boyd looking for his first of the afternoon, late in the third term.
Happy with
and
it.
There it is. The Tigers, they push it 10-point margin as we head towards the final break. The scores 5-7, 37 Woorinen. The Mallee Eagles 3-9, 27, and that is on the Battery Tech All Batteries for Everything scoreboard. Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's comment.
Yeah, it was a beautiful kick, isn't it? A magnificent kick, Glenn Boyd. A solid mark there, went back and did what his team wanted him to do, as we see Nicholas coming on and Gammon coming off.
Tell you what, this is an absolutely crucial centre bounce, Stewie.
Yeah, Nicholas going down to full forward too, by the way, on forward pocket.
See if he can take a mark down there with him as Miliardo, two lead up marking players. Ruckwork, McDonald picks it, coming out of the pack though, not able to get it forward, the Tigers. Oh, I think O'Neill was going to try to go for the umpire, swings in. Says no, hand it to me. Nick O'Neill wanted it. McDonald and Woorinen, Gardner, sorry, put their hands up.
So ball tapped down now, comes out O'Neill, long kick forward, Boyd underneath it, McGregor with him. McGregor, the spoil came late, was good. Now comes out wide, not a great kick. Bo Bennett has to go, sits over the top, comes down to Miller now. Loose player forward is Nicholas, sits for him, picks it up, oh, the boots slip out from underneath him. Handball's back into traffic, but it's going to be the Mallee Eagles to clear.
Mallee Eagles do exactly on towards centre wing. Stone got the handball, got the nose strap, but the umpire says, give it to me boys, that's 3/4 time, take a break.
Certainly is, and we might do exactly the same, Noel. 10-point margin at the final change in the grand final. Woorinen 5-7, 37. They lead the Mallee Eagles 3-9, 27. Do not go anywhere. Don't adjust your radio dial. We have got a huge last quarter of season 2019 still to come right here on 3SH Central Murray Live.
Oh, we are 4 minutes.
O'Mara's getting his knee strapped. He got a must have got a knock on the knee and it just swelled up. There's a big egg on. I don't think he'll come back on. Too late.
Still talking.
Dean's going for nervous smoke, he is.
Yeah, mate.
That's why you don't want to do it.
No.
40.
Cheers, Len.
Well, he can't do any more much. On the ground.
Tell you what, Hickman's played pretty well too, isn't he?
Hickman's been good. He's the one that could blow it open.
Yeah. I might even have him in front.
Seconds.
No.
You don't reckon?
No. Tommy McGregor's.
Oh, you beat Shane's
Shane, I mean, 25. Yeah.
Shane and McGregor.
Hey guys, do you know that all this is going live on that feed?
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
That's why. That's why.
So listen, 5 seconds.
Oh, that's why he didn't want to do it.
On air.
5-7, 37 to 3-9, 27. It is Woorinen in front by 10 points at 3/4 time. The Tigers, they are still in their huddle. The Mallee Eagles, they are in their positions. And the umpires, they are starting to get a little bit antsy now.
Absolutely they are. And Woorinen, with great respect, it's a grand final, but you know what? They've had plenty of time. And look, 10-point lead. They've got a massive crowd. And congratulations to both sides. They had really big crowds around them at 3/4 time. And Marcus is still going with the Tigers. But to me, it's a waste because there's only so much shame that you can actually absorb.
Yeah, and I suppose you're exactly right. There's not much you can change now this late in the season. It is the last quarter of the season, of course, but 10-point margin. It's been a long, long time, Stewie, since we've had a grand final this close, this late into the game.
Yes, and probably this low scoring too.
Will they throw the ball up? Will they just go?
Well, they're starting to get some box cheers from the crowd, and they realise what's going on. And eventually they've finally broken up the Woorinen side, but they might take this opportunity, of course. Woorinen by 10 points. Goal kickers, Todd Heaton with 2, singles to Naomi Moore, Glenn Boyd and Nick O'Neill. While for the Mallee Eagles, Rex Hickman with 2 and the Gabriel with 1. But Brian, who do you think is going to be the guy to break this game open for the Mallee Eagles?
Well, if the Mallee Eagles do it, I reckon you're right. Hickman's the big man down forward. He's been really good all day, and he's the sort of guy that can kick a few goals from a long distance out. On the flip side, Lockie Gardner. If he can get on top in this last quarter and actually start to get hold of some of the ball, which he's had a really good year all year, he could be the guy that could lead the Tigers to another victory.
Well, Gardner starting in the ruck. Fourth quarter brought to you by Sid Wilson Auto Electrics, the final term of the year. Here's Noel Watson.
Well, he went the big thump. Gardner didn't quite come his way, crashed through with Stone, had the ball in front of him, grab, tackle, gang tackle to the ground. The umpire says, hand it over to me. I noticed that Corey Kelly started in the middle for the Tigers as well, just trying to get some run onto the footy, as did Nick O'Neill. The ball goes out the back in front of Bennett. Bo has the ball in front of him, kicks down the ground. Nobody able to pick it up cleanly. The ball's close to the outside band line. In fact, goes over the line. And
going to be a free kick. Going to be a free kick.
Yeah, going to free kick the way of the Mallee Eagles.
Where's he Bennett?
Wes has got the footy on the outside. Thanks, Glenn. Got the footy. Now the lead caller's on. Who wants it? Hillier puts the lead in. Oh, they Kasamba across the ground. Great effort by Duck McDonald to sneak in behind. How can you leave a big fellow like that on his own?
So McDonald now inside 50. Hillier front position, takes the mark. And Kane Hillier 40 metres out on a slight angle for the Mallee Eagles. He will go back and look to make it a 4-point margin.
Right behind this one, boys.
Is that a problem because they have Nicholas hanging back dangerous, worried about the forward?
Well, Hillier here, it was a really good read off the play, I think, Noel. I think that was the key, that he read the play in the air as he comes in now. Hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon, Hillier.
It's there. It's there.
Back to 4 points. The Eagles, 4-9, 33. They trail Woorinen 5-7, 37. 1 minute gone into the final turn. Thanks to Sid Wilson Auto Electrics. We have a ball game, Ryan.
Well, it's an absolutely strong mark, but Ben Notting just got himself all over the shop. He didn't know whether to stand his ground or wait for contact, and then all of a sudden Hilly just stood in front of him and took an easy mark. Just an update thanks to Macca's 1-0, and it is the Storm down in the Bendigo League. They win by 14 points, 14-10, 94. They defeated Eagle Hawk 10-28. That is a massive. They've had 30 shots to 24 and got beat.
Ball comes out the back to Stone. Stone kicks it with the left boot. Up and under. In under the van there for the Eagles. Not able to pick it up. Well, coming through quickly though was Johnson. Had the ball in front. It comes out the back. The Tigers pick it up. Oh, it has to be a ball up here. I noticed Hickman's gone to full forward deep. Sard's gone up the ground. Hillier's gone up the ground for the Eagles.
So Gardner now with doing the ruck work, little tap straight through the hands of Nolda. Oh, kick was smothered by Stone. Went in hard forward and takes it to the ground.
High tackle.
Umpire says give it to me. We'll have a ball up half forward for the Tigers quickly around the ground. Thanks to Macca's Swan Hill.
Yeah, man, the AFL's underway, and it's the Giants 1-1-7 leading Collingwood 1-6.
Gardner gets the ruck work down. Comes down. Nick O'Neill from out of the pack. Uses his speed, uses his guile around the pack, and brings up another goal. Nick O'Neill gets his second on the board. Oh, don't tell me it's going to open up and go goal for goal. The Tigers 6-7-43. The Eagles are 4-9-33, and we are into the last quarter. What a way to kick it off for both sides.
Well, kicking goals to that end of the ground is absolute gold, and they are the ones that have been so hard to get all day. A 10-point lead now starts to really make it hard. The Tigers are winning the ball out of the stoppages. Again, they're on top.
Well, you say they've been hard to get. That's the first goal to the Allen Garden end of the ground this afternoon. It's back out to a 10-point margin in favour of Woorinen. Umpire says that ball's going nowhere. Give it to me, and we'll have a ball up still inside the centre circle.
Josh Stone.
Stone has just been sensational.
He has. In this last half, Stewie, he's the guy that has actually picked his side up and said, right, let's go.
Gardner's tapped down only as far as Allen, a high up and under ball, sitting underneath it Johnston. Benucci tried to work him under it even further. Bounces now, Gardner had it, lost it. Now comes to Johnson. He's claimed by Barry. Good little handball out, but straight through the hands of Beau Alexander. He's out and holding the ball. It's going to be a Woorinen free kick.
It was a pulled-in chance, and Beau Alexander pulled it straight in underneath him.
Now Benucci's kick, a shocker goes off. Well, not actually a shocker, but it's been sharked on the outer side by Bo Bennett, lurking at centre half back. Now Bo needs to find a teammate to kick to in space. Does exactly that, but really didn't gain any meterage. Just enable a little bit of breathing space. He's got Daniel Bibby short if he wants him.
So now Shan, long down the line, towards half forward. Wes Bennett wanted it over the back. Hickman tried to get it at the front though. Now trying to burst through for the Tigers. Little handball backwards for Nicholas. That was from Gallo. And it goes over the boundary line. Missed the target. You've got to make those.
You've got to be smarter, Shane. You've got to be smarter than that. The Eagles did the same thing to Woorinen. Now Woorinen going to do the same thing. You've got to be smarter than that.
Raffle prize 1806, ticket number 1806.
Boundary umpire throws the ball in, screws it around the side, and the ruck work not able to be picked up, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds on the outer side, and it is absolutely game on. As Brian said, it's 10 points, 6-7-43 the Tigers, the Mallee Eagles 4-9-33, and we're into the final quarter, the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Haven't won a raffle all year, probably not going to start grand final day, are we?
No, don't bother. Ridiculous waste of time.
You might as well have a ticket in Tats Lotto. You've got just about as much chance I would have thought today, Brian.
I've kept trying all year, Flemo.
Which one? Both.
McDonald, he's tapped out. Going through hard. There was Bell Alexander. Might have got him high too there, but it was Cameron that went to ground. Now comes out Allen, little handball, Saxard. Even better little handball to Bo Bennett, running past Hickman in the pockets. He got a hand to it. It's off hands, over for a boundary thrown right behind the behind post. The Mallee Eagles into attack, trailing by 10 points.
Well, the Eagles have really defended very good in the first half. Now the Tigers have to do it again in that in this final quarter.
Not that he would have seen you, but Kane Hillier was loose around centre half forward, but it's a long way around the body from there. The ruck work goes forward of the pack. The Tigers are going to love this because it's close to the boundary line. In fact, now it would be over the line and out of bounds, about 20 metres around from the Mallee Eagles goal, and the Mallee Eagles desperately need one because they are currently 10 points behind, and Hillier goes to full forward, and his opponent is absolutely right beside him now.
Ball now, back in the play, off hands, comes to Gallo. Little kick around the corner, gets it outside, defensive 50, finds the boundary. Umpire says throw it in. And we'll have a boundary thrown about 60 metres around from goal for the Mallee Eagles, thanks to Macca Swan Hill, Brian.
In the AFL, it is Collingwood that kicked another goal. They go to 2 straight 12. They lead the Giants 1-2-8 at the 25-minute mark of the first quarter.
The men in orange are doing a lot of work at the moment. The runner's out there, and the ball has gone straight from the boundary throwing in underneath another big pack. The Eagles trying to push it forward. They do. Quick kick by Bo Alexander. Goes nowhere. Trying to get through the pack. A massive pack of players, I might add. You're not going to run through one of those, the umpire says, boys. I think you need to hand it to me. You have to get a kick on the outside here, Shane.
They do. Woorinen, they're holding it up well. 7 minutes gone in this final term. McDonald, big slap forward, only as far as Nicholas though. Little kick out wide, tries to release Matanucci. Bounce doesn't sit for him. Johnston, he's been huge today. Handballs forward, inside to De Gabriel. Runs onto the loose ball. Outside the back, De Gabriel just missed. That would have been your advanced turf goal of the day. It's offline. It's a 9-point margin. 6-7-43 Woorinen, 4-10-34 the Mallee Eagles. Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Woorinen bench just looked around at me and had a wide smile after that shot.
Ooh, the check just didn't get enough check on it. Didn't miss by much. It was a very good, but Aaron Catt got caught on the flat side there. Allowed him to get around Gabriel.
Some of the Eagles were up, they thought. Here's a kick from fullback. Catt goes to the outer side, half-back flank. Numbers favour the Mallee Eagles. Alexander just didn't get it away. Yeah. You heard Brian in the background say good tackle. Goes the way of the Tigers across their half-back line. Mallee Eagles need to get it across the ground. Now Beams has got the footy. Call the play on now because he had no options. Goes the up and under toward the outer side centre wing. Massive pack of plays. Look to be a push for mine. No play on the call. The ball loose. Comes away of Alexander Bow. Wants the handball inboard. Comes across. Kick the ball, son. He does. The ball deep into the forward line. The Shepherd's got it.
Had to be front on. You can't just dive your head into a player and push him backwards and take him away from the ball.
So with all of that, Johnston's kick was a goal, but it wasn't paid. It was a free kick to Nicholas. Doesn't matter. Here now, the shot on goal. They're celebrating, but it's a behind. Well, it's all happening here. 9 minutes gone. We've still got another 20 minutes to go. The Mallee Eagles 4-11-35. Woorinen 6-7-43. Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
I reckon the other bloke got it right because he was right on the post, and I think it is floated, and it looked like from here it had gone through, but it was through the behinds.
Hillier too busy talking to the umpire about that, and Catt's been able to get away from fullback, take a bounce, and get the extra meterage. Free kick, which way? It's going the way of the Mallee Eagles. And listen to the crowd roar. Well, They got one back, they reckon, and McDonald's got the footy on the outside centre wing.
He does. Looks to centre the ball, goes towards Harry Allen. Why not give it to that man? Yeah, they've got players out on this side of the ground, the grandstand side. But Braden Bennett's one of them. Takes it, plays on, long, dangerous position. Hickman to fly at the back, couldn't take the mark. Now comes back to Hickman. Little toe poke. Zach Sard now gets busy. Little handball. Bibby to Gabriel. Left foot. Snap. Does it get there? No. Mark on the last line of defence by Nick O'Neill.
Been good in the last couple of minutes, had to hold up, but the Tigers are desperately hanging on here. Let's see if we get one of these transition goals where everybody does the attacking at one end and all of a sudden there's one at the other. The ball comes over the back of the pack, picked off, screw around the corner by Toby Sheen, a good player earlier in the season in one of the finals. The ball comes out the back, a chance for the Mallee Eagles. Can they get onto it? Sard absolutely cannot pick the ball up. He's got it in front of him, trying to paddle it along, comes out the back, quick hands over the back, shot on goal. And that brings the Mallee Eagles back to a 2-point game. Tigers 6-7-43, Mallee Eagles 5-11-41. 2 points. What a goal, Brian.
He's played a great game today, Wesley. Absolutely fantastic game.
Yeah, the pick-up, the composure, then to get it and get the check side around the corner. He set his sights, he looked up, he knew exactly what he was doing and kicked the goal. That is why that is nearly the best goal of the day, thanks to advanced.
Great vision there from Jason de Gabriel.
Yep.
Too lovely handball. Could have blazed away. It's going to be a free kick. Harry Allen, the Jack Betts medalist from this season, middle of the ground, takes it.
Must kick long.
So looking for options, decides to ignore your advice. Stuart goes short and wide to Sheehan. Not a bad one because they got loose players out. He dropped it, should have marked it. Now he's got a problem. Got the toe to the ball. Now picked up though by Dom Gallo for the Tigers.
Gallo kicks toward the outer side. Good mark taken. I tell you what, the forwards were furious on that occasion. They felt they had numbers. Allen went wide with the footy. Here's the long bomb. I don't know if that's the way you're going to win the grand final. Let's go! What a mark called in deep on the outer side for the Mallee Eagles. And it's that man Rex Hickman. He's kicked a couple of goals, but I tell you what, Glenn Stewart, if he kicks this one, it will be an amazing shot.
And he'll be a real contender for the Gardenias, mechanical and 4x4. He's played a great game today.
We just saw a rip and goal, Brian. What are the chances?
Well, from there, not a very easy kick. Have seen one kick from there, but he's rubbed around.
Hickman runs around, exactly what Brian said. Put it up, and minor score goes on the board. Mallee Eagles, 5 goals, 12. 1 point behind the Tigers, who are 6-7-43. 1 point ball game midway through last quarter grand final for 2019.
Plenty of time. Either side can still win. A goal down the other end would absolutely blow this game apart, and a goal this end is going to make it hard for the Tigers.
So 13 minutes gone in the final term. Ball brought out. Oh, straight to the hands of Heenan. Bo Bennett takes it. Kicks inside 50. Looking for Hillier. Nick O'Neill takes it. Now long kick wide. Domale has to take the mark. Does. Good mark from Domale right in front of David Johnston.
Domale goes through the centre, finds Nick O'Neill. Now we know he's a long bomb. Damien Nicholas is lurking. He has got his back turned. Now Nicholas swings around. The ball carries up towards the front of the pack. To McClure under all sorts. There's no numbers there for the Mallee Eagles at the moment, but they're throwing their bodies in. They want a ball up. The umpire agrees. He's going to call for the ball up. Oh, the pressure is mounting, really mounting on both sides.
Don McClure huge there.
Yep.
Ball tapped down now. McClure again has a chance to get on the end. Did he get in the back? He got high. Either way, the umpire said it's a free kick to McClure. Bibby wants to take advantage.
No.
Umpires say not falling for that one.
No way.
There's McClure now. Short. Wide.
Harry Allen short if they want him.
So takes the mark. Decides to ignore that. Just in the end, he eventually goes that direction once Allen across on this player. Alexander McDonald can give it straight to Alexander, decides no. Instead he's going to kick it. Where's Bennett breaking free as well? Forward it now. Gets it centre wing, grandstand side. Spots up forward. Takes the mark. Oh, Flaming Foots at 50. Again, the umpire not falling for that either.
Kicks the ball long down the ground, Dominic Kilroy. That's how we can get a mark. Massive win. The ball is caught the play on over the line and out of bounds. Oh, went for the Hail Mary over the top. The tip to the big fella in Hickman over the line and out of bounds, and Shane.
Anyone thought of extra time?
Yeah, the
I thought
the
I
league
wasn't brave enough to mention it.
The league cap. Hickman does the right work, gets the ball to the ground. Nobody can pick it up. The Mallee Eagles in. Oh, Sarah's taking the bounce and shot it. Goal. Will it be something out of nothing? It won't be. It's a minor score. And believe me, boys, it is now tied up. 43 plays 43 on the Sidwells and Auto Electric scoreboard. Over to you, young man.
I think the Tigers have just got to be a little bit more composed. They're getting the ball outside the 450, but they're blazing away and not hitting some targets. The kicks, I think they're trying to be too hard and pinpoint the targets rather than try and just hit the passes.
So Cad brings the ball back in, kicks to O'Neill, goes to the ground, decides to play on now, runs his full measure, can have a bounce, doesn't do so, decides to kick it, could be a bit of a waste, bouncing ball, on the end of it's Heenan, now they've got Stone breaking forward, kicks up towards the 50, oh, he's got a loose player, great one now from behind by Alexander, Myers says, give it to me, ball up 40 metres out, directly in front of goal, but Bo Alexander, that might just be a game-saving tackle.
Oh, he had to get the ball forward in that tackle, Josh Stone, just couldn't get it out. Ducked his head.
Now he's going to call mine and my ball. That last decision, you had one half of the crowd saying ball, the other half of the crowd saying in the back. Well, I said correctly, give it to me. He's thrown the ball up in the air. True centre half forward, the Tigers ever so slightly into attack. The ball goes out the back. A chance for the Tigers to redeem on the scoreboard. Can they do so? It's gone over line and out of bounds in front of the Leisure Centre with the scoreboard all locked up. 15-16 minute mark last quarter. It's 43 each of 2 on the
Harry Allen was very lucky in the middle of the ground there. He ducked the head into it and the ball bubbled out. He never got any touch on it. The umpire called play on.
McDonald down to Allen, got the handball away. Umpire said holding on after he got rid of it. That was probably a little bit of a Tiggy Touchwood won that one. There's Allen now deep in defence for the Mallee Eagles. Score all tied up. 17 minutes gone in this final term. 43 points each apiece. Goes up towards centre wing. Now bouncing ball. Johnston tries to run on the end of it. Left it behind. Now going back with Skinner. His handball back into traffic. Toe poked out. Now Beams picks it up. Centre wing still. Middle chip lowers the eyes. Good vision. Finds Corey Kelly. Middle of the ground.
Beams with the left foot on that occasion. Wrong footed a couple of opponents. Corey Kelly goes to the kick towards centre half. Numbers favour the Mallee Eagles. They kick the ball through Brent Sheen, who's been dangerous. He gets it out wide in front of the big fella. Hickman, it bounces up for him. He's got a player short if he decides to use. If he goes in that direction, that player's the one who got knocked out, I believe, earlier in Kilworth. It's gone off his hands, over the line and out of bounds. But importantly, it's forward play for the Mallee Eagles right in front of the scoreboard that reached 43 each of 2. 17 minute mark. That is the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Ball out, toss back into play. Gardner, tap down, gets it to Gallo. He's been good in this last quarter, Dom Gallo. Kick was smothered, then got a little bit of a trip. Umpire said no, all fair. And we'll have a boundary thrown over in front of the scoreboard. Woorinen 6-7-43. The Mallee Eagles 5-13-43. 18 minutes gone, final term.
If there's a long ball in, I'm thinking Hillier may have an advantage over the top of Skinner. We'll find out if it does. It hasn't at the moment. The kick comes out the back. An errant kick goes away off Bo Barrett for the Mallee Eagles. He goes short, looking for Harry Allen. Here goes the Tigers. Turnover at the wall. All right. The Mallee Eagles will have ball six on the cross through the centre of the ground. Now it's ball over the knee. There it comes out the back. Pick it up. Lower your eyes, don't honestly. Goes back towards centre half forward. To the side. Lick themselves up. Take a launching mark. No, they can't. The umpire's going to be called in. He does exactly. It's gone from centre half forward to centre half back to centre half forward. The crowd are up and about. They are right into this game as well. They should. 2019, the season's on the line.
So Hickman with the tap. Alexander. Oh, did he get rid of it? He did it. Holding the ball. So free kick to the Tigers.
Corey Kelly's just started to lift in this last couple. He's had a couple of really telling touches.
He has, yeah, he has been very important in this last. Corey Kelly goes wide. Not a great kick though. It takes the mark. Too far out though. Over the top. Kilworth can take it. He does. Goes back. Now what does he do? Looks to play on. Goes long to the goal square. Hickman, here. No one able to take the mark, but it goes through 4 behind. The Eagles are in front as we are about to tick over into time on. 5-14-44, 6-7-44.
Gabriel coming off.
Come off to Gabriel, coming off and coming back on as the young fella Woorinen getting in the ball in the centre of the ground. It's taken by the Tigers. The umpire says give it a me.
Good umpiring.
Was wanting to try and handle off, wasn't able to do so.
Tell you what, this ground is absolutely heaving at the moment. No one has left this afternoon. Comes down So Kelly now
Nicholas over the far side.
goes towards Moore. Probably not a great option. Has to sit more if it doesn't. Gets over the back. Darcy McGregor. Little handball off to Johnston. Just slams it on the boot. Does it stay in play? It does. Bounces. Allen tracking it back. Beams comes through for the Tigers. Little one forward. Gets it to Jono. He goes over the top. Now O'Mara. He's taking the ground. And we'll have a ball up between wing and half forward. Grandstand side of the ground.
Harry Allen is spent.
21 minutes final quarter, one behind.
McDonald against the big fella. The ball comes out the back. Can the Tigers get one last go? They can. It comes out through the 8 Taylor Cameron. He kicks it out wide. Taking the risk there. But the ball comes over the back and Nick O'Neill's got the footy in front. Nick O'Neill unloading the ball. The ball is carried through. Minus one. It is 6-8-44 place 5-14-44.
What's down the middle? This is where they're going.
Go up.
Right down the middle there. They've gone with the breeze.
21 and a half minutes gone.
Hasn't got the leg.
Bennett, long kick. Can't take the mark. McGregor off hands. Work towards the boundary line. Has he taken him on? He has. It's going to be a Woorinen free kick. And it is going to go to Nick O'Neill. He has been huge in this second half, O'Neill.
O'Neill on the outer side. Can kick a long ball. McClure goes back. The numbers are back. It's a short one. It's an up and under. It doesn't favour anybody. Bo Alexander.
It's one of the high mark of the day.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can use the ball. He wants McDonald on the outside. Woorden's got the ball. He gives it out the back to Ken. Ken, the long waiting handball. The teammate down through the middle of the ground. And that Domo that goes short. Harry Allen got the ball in. The umpire says, play on, boys. It's going to be one. The ball comes out the back to McClure. McClure goes under. Can he get there? No, he can't. Oh, there's a whistle.
It's a mark. It's stopping him.
I understand what he's done with Green Bird. That's going to get him up. The umpire's called plate.
Yeah, he's the mark will be paid.
The mark will be taken by Ruston. Beach has got the footy. Waiting for the clearance. Beach with the footy. Away we go.
So Beams now sends the Tigers inside 50. Scores a level. 23 minutes gone. Bottom set. Mark taken for the Eagles though. It's McDonald. McDonald's taken it. Now short. Dangerous kick. Oh, Heenan read it best. Tried to get it to Border. Comes to Skinner. Handballs to Barry. Barry goes inside 50. Bibby takes the mark inside the fence. He can come wide if he wants to.
Play it down the middle of the ground.
Hold. They'll have to hold.
Skinner.
He's up. He's all right.
That's Barry again.
Yeah, he's smothered in attack. The kick was smothered off the boot. I think he might have got a shin to another shin, so he might just be a little bit sore for a minute. Bit of a stinger. He'll be right in a couple of seconds, I reckon.
Ball comes back out now. The Mallee Eagles are going to rebuild that. Daniel Bibby, let's take stock. Bibby's got the ball. True centre half back. Scores are absolutely right. Bibby comes across toward the centre wing area. The broadcast on. A little bit of push and shove. Comes out the back. I tell you, the Tigers have got numbers at the moment around the back. He comes out to one of those. The kick. Goes to the pocket. The leader's on the comfortable mark is taken for them. And the mark is taken in the forward pocket.
He has to take as much time as he can here. Go back, set himself, make sure that he makes the distance, get as much out of it as he can. If he scores here, either way, it will make the Tigers and put them in front.
Takes the shot on goal. Bobby Miller, the kick. Looks across the face of the goal. There's no more. Can the Eagles get a mark? No, they can't. It comes around. Nowie Moore has the footy. Nowie Moore has the score. Minor score comes off the board. Breaks the deadlock. The Tigers go out point. And the Eagles showing go up the gut or nothing.
Well, they have to now. medalist. What can he do for his team? Goes long, kicks it all the way to the centre circle. Over the back, Hillier tries to tap it off the boat. Oh, did he get in the back of Snow? Goes to the upright, number 2-4, Sard. Oh, inside 54, the Eagles still Sard. Middle Topo forward up by Danger. Let's go. Taylor Cameron, Tiger inside the switch.
He needs to get it down the line or switch it. He needs to come wide to the 10 or go straight down the line. It's gone wide.
Does exactly that. Comes down the middle of the centre of the ground here. On the centre wing, the ball loose. Umpire converge. The central umpire says, hey, give it to me. We're going 4-8 ball ups through centre wing. Woorinen umpire point. Mallee Eagles saying, get them going. Tigers saying, no, put everybody back. Mallee Eagles want a clearance. Tigers don't. Ruckwood goes out and push the line. No, comes out the back of the pack. The umpire says, play on. The Tigers are
right behind us, guys.
So Hickman now to give his team the lead. 26.5 minutes gone. Final quarter. He's been terrific all day. Kick on and play. He's missed.
Next score, 2 minutes. I reckon there's 2 minutes to go.
5:15, 45 the Eagles. 6:9, 45 the Tigers. 27 minutes gone. Final quarter. Thanks to Sid Wilson Auto Electrics. There can't be any next to Mawson's concrete.
Yeah, just unbelievable scenes here, just out on the ground. Players, obviously the Mallee Eagles players are on the ground, disheartened completely, and just euphoric conditions here for Woorinen at the moment. What a final, fellas. Fantastic performance.
Well, as you said, it's been a fantastic season 2019 all the way through with upsets galore, close finishes, and you know what? This was the finish that the year deserved.
Mate, if ever a season deserved a game like this for a grand final, I mean, very, very sadly, there has to be a loser to a game like this. That last quarter, it just had the hair on the back of your neck standing up, and it was going nowhere, and the crowd...
You'll know.